The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
I'd like to take a moment of silence for all those lost in the line of duty.
Outstanding. Welcome to Campy's Crew Choir Practice from the beautiful Tactical Financial Studios of downtown Phillipsburg, where we make the dreams happen, getting it done today. We're going to have an amazing show. We have Mo in the booth, making it rain in his club. We have Blue over here, making it delicious. We have my good friend Jimmy Ramsey, retired Shrewsbury cop, who has lots of fun, lots of great stories, lots of great experiences, had the amazing experience of working with him, having lots of laughs, and it's going to be an amazing show today. Before we get on with the show, I'd like to take a second to say happy birthday, Jimmy. Today is Jimmy's 48th birthday.
Yeah, get that, dude.
Appreciate it.
48 years old.
Dude, we have no birthday song, no nothing.
Happy birthday
Honestly,
to you.
All right, no, Blue, no, yes, 100%. You have to sing happy birthday to him
I
right
was
now.
gonna
Or at least go
serenade.
under the table, one or the other. You have a choice.
Hey,
Sing
whoa.
happy birthday.
It's early in the show.
Happy-
Any number of things can happen.
Happy
Never know what's gonna happen.
Dawn.
What?
Sing happy
Now, everybody
birthday.
sings happy birthday.
Dawn.
No, everybody sings happy birthday. Mo, come on, let's go.
Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, Jimmy Ramsey. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I did not know you. Thank you. Facebook, too. Thank you.
You know, Jimmy, Jill, and Mackenzie made the trip all the way here to make it rain with us today on his birthday. I couldn't be happier and more grateful and more thankful.
This makes it so much worse that Dan yelled at him when he came up the stairs. Who does Dan think he is to yell at him like that on his birthday, no less? That's so heartless.
To be fair, he thought I was delivering pizza.
And there was no pizza, so he was like, what?
He was hangry and expecting pizza and saw Mackenzie come in first and was like, no pizza, nothing at all.
Right. And then the Mohawk, I don't know, we got a whole crackhead vibe. Like, I don't know what happened. I apologize.
I mean, we are in P-Bird.
I apologize for Dan. Dan is an asshole, and Dan ruined 9/11. So don't worry about it. He has a habit of these kinds of things.
All right, so welcome to Choir Practice, busting balls, talking shit, having fun, telling fun stories. If anyone wants to call in during the show to share fun experiences or to contribute or to complain or to heckle or anything, before I give the number, please do not call in on the device you're watching or listening from. I repeat, please do not call in on the device that you are watching or listening from. Call in on a separate device, and the number is 908-926-4010. The number will be streaming on the bottom of the ticker underneath my cigars and the delicious Knob Creek bourbon. You'll see it.
Oh, what cigars, by chance? What
Oh, we have Tatuaje, and of course, on the side here, we have lineofdutycigars.com. That's lineofdutycigars.com, our good friend Tommy Werther. And we're firing some brick house.
You got to call already, kid. I don't even know if this is going to work. We're going to give it a shot, though. Hold on a minute. This never really seems to work, but in all likelihood, it probably is Tommy. So let's see what we got here.
Let's see it.
Give it a shot. Hello?
Yo, who this?
Yo, the phone. Chad, knock it off, Chad. Chad, you are the whitest black man we've ever heard. We know right away when you're.
All I got to do is the other voice.
Hey, listen, I'm down here watching, right?
Go ahead.
Hey, yo, you guys are lying like motherfuckers.
Nah, we're not lying about nothing. It's Dan's fault. And I apologized already on behalf of Dan.
Yo,
I
gotta protect my man, yo. I gotta protect my man.
I'll be the bigger man, and I will admit that Dan was out of pocket. I really. God, Veterans Weekend too. It's really, it's really bad.
Chad, I think I might say who dis better than you. Can you do that one more time? Because I'm a little.
Yo, who dis?
Who this?
That actually sounded pretty good. That had bass. That was impressive.
Exactly who it was.
Who dis? Oh, listen. All right, Chad, do me a favor. Tell Dan he had his show already, and he screwed that up when he yelled at Campy's guest. Thank you. We'll talk to you guys a little bit.
All right.
So
at least we know our phone lines work.
Hey,
Goddamn, dude, yo, bro, we're fucking taking off.
that was exciting.
I don't know about exciting, but
Blue. Listen, I'm telling you right now, that was an exciting trial run. One, because we know it works, and two, it was great to hear Chad retired with his first phone call as a retiree. That was pretty fun. Calling in the Campus Crew Choir Practice. That was delicious. That was outstanding. All we need next is Mackenzie to make a phone call. If we can get our dog Mackenzie to make a phone call, that'll make it even that much more better.
Maybe for a pizza bone.
And that could be done. Yeah. Yes. That's right. All right. So I'm excited because today I have my good friend, Jimmy Ramsey here. So Jimmy Ramsey's retired from Shrewsbury PD. Shrewsbury PD is close and near and dear to my heart because I worked in the next town over for a while, had a lot of great experiences there. And it's not far from where I live, which is important. And it's a critical town. It's a critical town in a lot of ways because it's got a state highway running through it. People think of it as a smaller town, but it's got a lot more going on than the average town does because it's a smaller department, but an overworked department where they have a lot to do. They got a lot of calls for service. They got a lot happening. And Jimmy was a one-man band in that they had one detective in their agency. And anyone who knows who's been a detective in a smaller agency, you wear a lot of hats. You're not just the detective. You end up doing the domestic violence stuff. You do the redactions. You do the body cams. You do a little bit of everything. You're a firearms guy, firearms instructor, and all that. So you have a lot of ancillary duties, which one, passes the time, which is great, but doesn't leave a lot of downtime to do things. So let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about, how old were you when you got on the job?
I started dispatching 18. I was still in high school.
Where did you start dispatching? In Shrewsbury?
Shrewsbury, yeah.
They still had their own dispatch at the time,
Oh
correct?
yeah, they did. I think they just lost like 2 years ago. They had it for quite a while. They held on.
They
but
waited
yeah.
to go to county. Yeah.
Yeah, they were one of the last to hold on. Maybe 3 years. They still had dispatchers when I retired. So it's 4 years.
They
It was
did.
in that
That
transition. Yeah,
Jeez.
it's tough to sustain that.
So Mo and I appreciate this because, again, we were dispatchers, radio
Right.
operators prior to getting on the job, which was
Telecommunicators.
telecommunicators. That was the natural transition back in the day. You started working the desk, answering the calls, dealing with the stage 5 douchebaggery as it came in over the lines and addressing it, putting it out over the radio waves and hashing out the shit. Basically, you were a Waffle House guy is what it was. You worked at Waffle House, but in a dispatch center, and you brought in the shit and turned it into,
analogy,
right? You brought in the shit, you turned it into scrapple and sent it out over the airwaves to unfuck the fucking before the fuckery became the douchebaggery. So you handled a lot. Yeah. You brought in the douchebaggery.
Wait, said you unfucked the fuckery before the fuckery became douchebaggery.
The fucking correct. Yeah, the
way to
fucking
put
is
it.
the feeling when it really is about to go off
Yeah.
the shelf, off the rails. So you handled a lot of that prior to it becoming the shit sandwich, the complete and utter potpourri of human fuck that you addressed when you answered the call for service in your car. You handled the initial call. You made the call to determine who was getting sent to it, what was going to get fucked up, what was going to get unfucked, and how it was going to be unfucked. And that was how you did it. So you basically started by unfucking the fucking.
I'm impressed at your discipline, by the way.
Is
I
that
just
good?
want you to know.
Fucking
Yeah,
honor.
I just want you to know before this show is over. I want you to know that I'm very impressed with your discipline.
Stage 5 ADHD, I'm a stream of consciousness. Words. They just flow in, they flow out. I cycle them. I just roll through it.
I mean, I'm impressed at your discipline.
Oh, there he is, the man with the legend, Danny Stone. On the counter. No, on the desk. Excuse me, the bar downstairs in front of I showed him to you.
Dan, why don't you say you're sorry in person so I don't have to.
Bro, I said leave the dog.
No. Nope. See, everybody needs to go back and watch the videotape.
Oh, we can watch it. I can hear you in the
Well, listen, Jimmy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, because listen, sometimes we have people just wander in off the street, and
With the pit bull.
I'm not gonna lie, because Campy had said, he warned us that you were gonna text him when you got here
On the bar.
but there was no warning. Like, Campy didn't come out.
Sorry, Danny.
Yeah, Campy didn't come out, so nobody had any warning. And then usually, like, when we order from the same pizza spot, so they know just to come in, put it down, and that's what I thought it was. And then Dan's like, "Wait, he's got no pizza. Who the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Yo, wait a minute, bring that motherfucker back in." Well, it was me. That was my fault. But then I felt bad because after they let me break out into a sweat and I start fucking flipping out, Dan's like, "Oh, I think that was Campy's guest."
That's
I'm like, "Oh,
Campy's
son of a bitch!" Yeah, come on. All right, so I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf of me, and I also apologize on behalf of Dan because he's a fucking asshole.
Before that point, I copped my way in here. I'm like, oh, if there was that blue line downstairs wasn't on the floor, man, I'd still be standing in the street.
There you go.
He knew.
That was just-
He knew.
yes,
He
yes.
figured it out.
No,
He
look
figured
here.
it out.
All right, Jimmy, calm down. It's just a black man. Don't worry about it. We're all
Safe,
right.
we're safe.
Chad, welcome to the show. You're doing a great job. Thank you for being here. Come on in. Make the call. Make the call. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
Look at
Oh
him.
no,
He's
poison.
like he's in a Biggie video right now.
That's fun.
I am so proud of Chad because he's happily.
my red and black lumberjack.
Chad is happily retired, living the dream, making it rain in his club.
100%.
And he's marrying Jess, a good friend of ours, who we're very happy with as well.
Bombshell.
Very small world.
Right?
He's black. It's not a small world. Let's calm down.
And he loves Mackenzie, so we like that. Who doesn't love Mackenzie? Mackenzie's a rock star, by the way. So Jimmy, I'm sorry. So you started as a dispatcher. How long were you a dispatcher for?
About 5 years. I did the class 2 route for Manasquan, which was awesome. You know, you just go down there and you work till 3, 4 in the morning, and then you drink all the beer that you confiscated till 6 and do it again the next night. So they another great department. Brookdale for a hot minute. They hired me first, sent me through the academy, and then back to Shrewsbury that actual same year. Like a lateral transfer. They had to pay my academy fees and shit, and then left.
So when you went through for Brookdale, is that when you went through with my brother Bobby?
Yeah.
You guys were in the academy together?
Yeah.
Steve Schneider, you guys had a bunch of...
It was a great class. Teresa from Eatontown.
Yes.
She was in
Healy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a ton. One of the sheriff's guys, I saw he was a chief. And then my class 2 class was Burton from
Brian Burton.
Islands. Yeah, he's that class. So it was like we were all the same year. Remember, it was like a 9-month at nighttime class.
Yes.
So you could still be a dispatcher. You'd get out of the academy at like 10:30, fucking fly to your town with the Spencer and
So the class 2 program back in the day, it's different now. The class 2, if you were going to become a class 2 special police officer, you went through the police academy for 9 months. Now, 9 months is a long time. It's a pregnancy. It's full term if you think about it. But you had it 3 nights a week and a couple Saturdays. But you would do whatever you did during the day. You would do landscaping. You'd be a dispatcher at night. You'd do whatever. And you'd go to the academy at night and get tortured. And you had Freddie Dispensier. You had Blang. Oh, my God. Drill Ridley. And you got tortured at night till about 11 o'clock. So the academy was roughly from 5 p.m. till 11 p.m., getting tortured, drill and ceremony, having your classes, trying to stay awake, drinking Mountain Dews. Before these 5-hour energies, we had Mountain Dews. That was the highest caffeine thing they had because it was before Red Bulls. But it would keep you awake, and you'd survive the academy. And if you got out of that after 9 months, then you had a chance to hopefully get hired as a full-time and get lateraled in. So like you said, you did Brookdale.
Right.
Ultimately got lateraled in to Shrewsbury. So what year was that?
2001. No, 2000. I'm sorry. Shit. I'm bad with years, scared me. So, 2001. Yeah, 2001, 2002. I got hired. Yeah.
Do you remember what your starting salary was when you got hired back then?
I took a pay cut from being a dispatcher, probably like $5,000 pay cut. I was making like 59 as a dispatcher, and I think starting was like 54. I had to think, I was like, it like stung a little, but I'm like, I'll make it back next year, or a road job, and then the beauty of road job started. So,
my first paycheck as a police officer, as a full-time, once I went from being a class 2 to a regular, the take home was $625. And I thought I had won the lottery. 1997, $625. I went and bought a PlayStation. I got a cool ass TV. Oh my God. I was playing Grand Theft Auto. Oh, I was living the dream. And I thought I basically climbed Mount Washington at that point. I was like, I won. I peaked. I got this.
That dispatch time, we were all dispatching in different towns. We all kind of knew each other.
Yes.
So nobody had any clue what the fuck they were doing. So we would just, maybe so-and-so would know. But I'm trying to think, what was the spend thing they used to say all the time? Knock it off.
Knock it off, North Bergen.
Knock it off,
I also, if anybody remembers, I don't know what years you were dispatching, but if anybody remembers, there was a stretch of time on the midnights where somebody would meow consecutively from about 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock every night. That was me. Because at 5-minute intervals, as kids, I go, just knock it off, bro.
Everybody would fucking say it.
And then hypothetically, if you ever now are still on Spen and you hear the video of the guy repeating that I hate this place, nothing works here, I've been here for 7 years, I hate this place, that may also be me, hypothetically.
Do you remember?
Wow, it is a small fucking world. That's crazy.
That and checkerboard acorn. Remember the checkerboard acorn would come across?
You'd have to mail the card.
You'd have to take the card, stamp it, write the date and time that it came in, and mail it in, and you'd get the notification over Spen. Now, the other thing that would come over Spen was It was an excerpt from the movie Running Scared. Calling on cars, UFO landing on like Michigan Avenue. Remember that? And you'd hear it, and it was one of the greatest things because it would be boring. It was like the middle of the night, and it was like
time to erase the tapes. That shit would remind you to go erase the fucking.
You had to rewind.
Go fucking erase the. You could put it on the magnet.
It was boring unless you were dispatching for the state police Morristown station. Listen, anybody that's driving on the turnpike 59 to 0, slow the fuck down because Morristown station fall out of the fucking trees. Everybody else is nice and quiet, and I could just picture the guys at Morristown station like punching each other in the fucking ribs, getting ready to just go out. You can go from the length of the fucking turnpike and see nobody, and then all of a sudden you hit fucking mile marker 59, and you're gonna from 59 to 0, you're gonna see 75 cars. Just slow the fuck down.
Do you think now? Bring yourself back to what you were back in the day when you were dispatching. Do you think you could be a dispatcher today?
Today, no,
Right.
no. It was a different. You were like they would. Honestly, they would take me out on the road. Like I didn't even really like, hey kid, I'll watch the desk, go out on the road throw a vest on. It was a different time.
Do a ride along.
Yeah. It was. No. Sit there and no.
Mo, you think you could answer the calls today and be as patient as you were back then and answer?
And get blamed for every call you sent them.
No.
You get yelled at like I fucking called.
No, I absolutely couldn't. I couldn't do it now. Way too angry. way too angry. I mean, listen, we used to have it all the time when you would hear, again, especially on the turnpike, we would get calls when there were motor vehicle accidents and people would be calling, and you could have fatals and they'd be calling, complaining about the traffic. And I literally, even this is going back, then I would black out on them. I'd be like, listen, miles ahead of you, there are 2 dead bodies.
Right.
In 4 hours, you're going to be home eating with your family.
Right.
Shut up. Like, just shut up, sit there, put your car in park.
Walk it off.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, no, that's the really long answer for now. Thank you.
So there's jobs in Florida. I'm looking to go to Florida at some point, and there's so many openings, and one of them is for telecommunicator. Again, not dispatcher, telecommunicator. And they pay stupid amounts of money. I just don't know if I have the tolerance
It's
anymore.
a high volume computer job now. I mean, it's a stressful fucking job, especially the 911 people. It's stressful.
Yes.
It is. And you can't help anybody. There's nothing you can do. You just
No.
Only thing you can do is send help, and half the time, I'm sure that doesn't feel like.
And that's frustrating.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was. Yeah.
Now, do you remember what your first patrol vehicle was when you first got in patrol?
So Brookdale had a box Chevy, man.
Oh.
It was fucking crazy, and that was just because the chief took good care of his shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what you got the box Chevy, and I remember being so fucking embarrassed driving it, man. Like, but a true box Chevy. But I
91 Chevy Caprice C1 sitting on Burke's desk. That's exactly what it is. It's the box, and that's when I win Powerball.
Is that the same desk that you and Tommy were screaming on when you were in there?
We were dancing on it. We were actually dancing on it. Yeah.
All right, dancing,
or you can call it that. That's code.
That's what the kids call it.
Yeah.
Like Riz.
Riz
uses that word.
Riz Skibbity on the desk.
You got the,
Riz. Oh yeah, Riz Skibbity.
What's the academy class? You got to drive the cars. You got the week of the
EVOC.
So
Emergency Vehicle Operations course.
The box Chevy wouldn't pass the fucking safety inspection, so
Right.
I got to bring the Caprice, but everybody had already switched to Fords by that point. So
Yes.
Brookdale was the only Caprice in the fucking county, and the thing literally was lapping the Ford.
It had a Corvette engine.
Rock. Yeah, it was insane. It was insane.
They went from the box Caprice to the round Caprice, which was a sad one for the first couple of years. Then they switched to the LT1, which truly had a Corvette engine, which is why they discontinued making it, because they were making Corvettes into police cars and they couldn't afford.
They didn't realize we were maniacs.
They did that with the Caprice recently too, right? That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Like how long ago was that? It wasn't long ago. The last round of Caprices that came out, they couldn't
keep up.
They couldn't do like an Interceptor type package. So what they did is they just dropped Corvettes.
A Corvette engine in it, which
hypothetically, somebody I know read it in a book somewhere, kept up with an Audi A8. Those things were rocket ships.
It could be done.
And it was really fun because, again, this is getting back to the dispatching days.
Right.
Meanwhile, you hear the engine screaming in the background. I'm like,
You knew there was a call around.
That-
You need
that-
a siren. You heard it coming.
that person, whoever it was that was driving that car, 65 miles an hour, 3 car lengths behind, light traffic, and meanwhile you just hear,
They would leave the
hypothetically
ground.
that person was on the fucking shoulder, like just ripping through. It had just snowed. It's just driving like a lunatic. Hypothetically, I mean, I don't.
It handled well too, right?
Oh, it was great.
It wasn't scary. It was,
But they built them like shit, and they started to fall apart. Like they didn't last long at all, and they went back to the Fords. These Explorers. It was trash.
I mean, we would literally be hitting the cars in the back, the chase car, like the car was supposed to be chasing me. That I was the bad guy. I would go around the whole track and be like,
And you were catching up.
Yeah, just banging off the bumper of it. Like, this isn't working, guys. Like,
And when we did that, that was at Raceway Park.
Right.
We did our pursuit driving class at Raceway Park. They put up. Do you remember how many cones we'd
Oh
have
my
to set
God.
up? It was like
those guys
should.
were so fucking miserable by the time they did
Oh.
it. We would all line up and they would throw firecrackers at us. Remember
Yes.
that? And I'm like, why are they? They were pissed from fucking setting up all the cones.
Oh my God. It was one of the greatest days. So I love firearms. That was a fun, week of the academy. But the pursuit driving week was so much fun because you did pursuit driving where you were literally racing around with lights and sirens on, driving like jackasses. And then you did felony cars.
How'd that
Oh.
go? Yeah, because you got to change it up. You have to change it up. Yeah.
You gotta,
That's your partner's job.
Exactly.
yeah, modify the audible. Right. Oh no, and that was one of the greatest parts during the pursuit with someone with stage 5 ADHD. My eyes are blinking like the lights. Trying to hit the sirens. Yeah, I was that guy. Oh my God.
Yeah, what do we
Oh,
say?
Mackenzie, I'm sorry. I scared you.
Can you believe somebody put a gun on this motherfucker's head? That is the biggest societal fail ever.
And I actually was a firearms instructor.
Oh, you were everything.
I was a retard. One chromosome away from being declared clinically retarded, literally. And somehow someone gave me a gun and told me to teach people. I don't know.
When you talk about the departments, and I was saying when driving up, I'm like, it would be one day I would be like dropping off a prisoner at Red Bank, and there's Mike. Then like a month later, I needed to interview like a weenie whacker from and then
Sex crimes.
fucking sex crimes. Mike comes walking. I'm like, wait a minute, don't you work for? Are you alone? He's like, no, I work at the caddy. Then I like go to Rumset, and I'm like, there's Mike. And then I go to Red Bank, and then I'm like, I get the fuck up. Where do you work? Like
Today,
Now,
so it
now the end of that
changes.
story was all in the same day. And Mike was just running around.
We're
in
not
fucking
talking a
circles.
span of 10
It's that
years.
ADHD.
I don't know if you heard this yet, Jimmy. I had a 5-hour energy. We're gonna be great. Ditch the pitch, make the switch.
Nothing like doing an interview with sex crimes. That was my favorite
Oh.
Mike ever. When you were sex crimes, you were fucking amazing. Like, the worst, nobody gave a shit. There was no IA that gave a fuck about sex crime. You could do it. He'd walk in and say something. I go, "Yeah, bro, can we do that?" And be like,
Sure we can.
Yeah, exactly. I think you said that when I asked you that.
Watch me. So, and thank you to my supervisors who were so tolerant for so many years of dealing with all of
We're
my
over 7
IAs.
years.
めっちゃ熱そうやねんさんベロ出してる赤ちゃんかわいいかわいい
Everybody looking at them like,
I mean, sex crimes.
you
were saying? There you go.
Yeah, well,
It's the business of getting ass blasted and investigating the ass blasting is what it is what happens. And we had some great cases. Oh my God, Jimmy, and it puts things in perspective because, as a cop, we joke about this. The average human experiences 1 to 2 legitimately traumatic experiences in a lifetime. But being on the job, you experience hundreds, whether you're talking about car accidents, suicides, deaths, whatever it is, sex crimes, and you deal with it. You put it to bed. You internalize it. You process it. And the way we did it back in the day was different because we literally just put it to bed and just walked it off, and that was it.
Wouldn't have dinner. That was it.
That was it. And you were and that was it. That was exactly it. And you were excited to be like, shit, I'm going to Barnacle Bills after this. I'm all right. I got this. I'm going to the poorhouse. But nowadays it's so much different because they have debriefings and they have discussions and they I shouldn't say overanalyze. They analyze in a good way where you talk your way through it in such a way that you discuss it to put it away, to deal with it and get it to the side. We didn't do that. We just kind of figured it out, which is a shame because we figured things out as we went and we overcame it. Was that a challenge for you in any way?
No, I was lucky in Shrewsbury, man. I'm not gonna protect. Listen, I was the detective, so any bad fucking thing that happened there for 8 years,
you were the guy.
Me. I didn't. And a lot of bad shit happens over a year, but I got lucky with the PTSD. I know I had a lot of friends commit suicide over the years. I mean, we all have, so that's, I believe in mental health. I did spend a lot of time in therapy throughout, and I was never like embarrassed of it or, when I was a cop for other reasons, not cop related shit, but, and I'm sure that helped,
well, that's huge right there. Just knowing that you needed to deal with it.
I mean, listen, that family shit, you know what I mean? But I was always like, I never embarrassed. I was like, whatever, man, any help you can get, like that's what I'm seeing now. Like just fucking, there's help there,
I feel like there's more help there and it's not as stigmatized as it was.
It shouldn't be. Right. And right. That's what you just like,
right.
We were raised by Vietnam vets, fucking animals. And I love every one of them, but they were fucking animals.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the closer you were to them, the more you learned, and I was able to police that way, probably about 10 years, maybe, not a bad way, just the old school way. But nowadays, I mean, these kids, I feel you almost look, not lately, but a couple of years ago, you'd see like the fucking looks on their faces. I felt terrible.
Have you noticed how the kids thing keeps coming up on every fucking show? For anybody thinking that we're making it up, this younger generation is fucked. They're fucked.
They say that 30-year thing. I'm like, listen, 30's not that bad. Relax, and we'll fix that. You know what I mean? There's enough politicians that really believe in us that you'll be all right there. But
I don't know anymore, honestly, Jimmy. I really don't know anymore. I mean, I think that was the difference between. I mean, listen, let's be real. If you were riding the subways in the 70s and 80s, it had to be like being in Mogadishu. But the difference was you had the support of society and you had the support of the politicians. So you had the support of the people that you were protecting and the support of from the people that you were working for. Where now it's not that way. Now you're a scapegoat. We're law enforcement in a society that does not want the enforcement of law. So there's no support from the people we're protecting. We're scapegoats from the people that are elected. I mean, just look at what's about to happen in New York. I mean, what are we talking about? I mean, what are we talking about in New York? I mean,
I'm such a naive person. I don't understand it enough. It scares the shit out of it. I'm scared of it. I have some very smart friends that I have like meetings set up with about it because I just don't understand it enough. What's going on in New York? It's fucking scary from what I understand. Like
it's not even New York. It's the whole country. What you have right now, and people are trying to rationalize like all the shit that's getting voted for and how these younger kids can look at this stuff and embrace it.
Right.
You're seeing the generation that was raised by academia being taught half-truths about American history, and the American history that they were being taught to hate it, and they are now coming of age. They're coming of voting age, and they hate the United States. You look at old marches with Martin Luther King Jr. at a time where his people were being treated as less than human. Right. They were, being hit with fire hoses. They had dogs sicked on them. They couldn't even use the same bathroom. And every march, every protest that he had, those protests were embedded with American flags because he did not want to see the United States fail. He knew how great the United States was. He just wanted his people to have an equal part of it. And then you compare that to marches that you see now. If the American flag is being carried, it's being carried upside down, or it's being carried for the purposes of being burned. They don't want this generation does not want a better America. They want an end to America. And it's real. I don't know how you combat it. And you listen, this is why they killed Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was reaching that generation on their level, and he was reaching them on their turf, and they knew the damage that he was doing to their narrative.
There's so many kids. I was like a father that coached and got to know all the kids, friends, and I'm seeing so many young, like 20-year-old boys and girls posting such religious things. Even kids that I noticed, back when I worried about them. And the only thing I have to is Charlie Kirk about that. It was one of those guys that was able to reach them and made sense.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And they're like, I feel better. You know what I mean? Like, no, man, that's just unconscious. I can't even get my head. I still can't get my head around why the fuck he would do it. It just makes no fucking sense.
What scares me about all that is I knew when I was 5 years old I wanted to be a cop because of my dad, and I knew.
I'm a cop family, same thing.
Same thing.
Your cop family is legend. I was in all your cop family in the academy. I really was. Yeah. You guys
don't make the midget's head bigger. Just stop it. I mean,
do you know Bob? I mean, I know. Yeah, Bobby's father taught us narco, and it's like probably the fucking. So he comes walking in. I'm like, wait a minute, that guy's a cop, and like that's fucking Bobby's dad.
He looked like a suspect,
bro. So
he
like Bobby's
like
fine now, like you were saying. He's like, he works for the Monmouth County, but he's been with the DEA for like, I don't know, fucking 20 years. Like, whatever. Like,
he was undercover for 8 years. 8 years.
God. He was a legend, man. Like, I would have sold him. We got off Charlie Kirk quick. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No.
Yeah, no, that was so.
No, keep going. We'll get back.
Yeah. Got it.
But my ADHD kicks in, and that's exactly what happens
I
to me.
have really bad ADHD, and that's why the cigarettes.
That's so do I. This is going to go great. How did this go wrong? Oh, look at the laser dot. Look at the laser pointer.
Squirrel.
A lot of those cops might have it, man.
Somebody's coming up the stairs, and it's not the pizza man. Quick, yell at him. Sorry, that's what Dan said.
Do you have is he on the phone? Do you want to?
No, he's gonna call in a little bit after break. Probably.
Yeah, I told her to mess
time.
him. We'll get him after break.
Okay, perfect. So back to ADHD. What scares me when we talk about that is circling back to the initial ADHD. Again, I wanted to be a cop when I was 5. I knew this was in my blood. I've talked my kids completely out of this job. I convinced them to do something else, and I'm relieved, but at the same time, I'm heartbroken because I'm proud that we have 3 generations of cops in my family. How do you feel about that? Like with your kids, like what? And
do you remember? God, I can't think of a time in our career that was anywhere near as bad as it's been. Or
no,
it's definitely, to me, it's on the way back up. Maybe not in Jersey right now, but you'll feel it. In the South for sure. Being more protected. Anyways, feeling more protected. Man, I feel like cop is the most. It's the easiest blue collar job there is, except for the whole PTSD and the other, and there's a lot of requirements to this blue collar job, being able to shoot, not being a fucking psycho, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of psycho, you know what I mean? But being able to control yourself, doing it for the right reason. And the money, I think the money is really good. I mean, I really think the money is
huge.
And now that I'm in my retirement, enjoying it, I was one of the lucky ones to still get a full fucking insurance, just through a loophole in a contract kind of gig. No, man, I would do it all over again. Man, it was fucking fun. Mike, we could sit here and tell stories from 18 to 20 before we were even fucking able to drink. You and I could sit here and tell, these kids, it's fun. And I know a lot of kids started young with me, security that are cops now, and I know they're going through that. Hey, it's 11 o'clock, and the only person on the road is my best friend.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. They're having,
right.
Cameras or no cameras, you're still, you're still cops.
You're still right.
So.
When did you decide you wanted to become a cop?
Early, like you said, before I knew I was always been. It was a fireman, cop family. Everybody volunteer firemen in Eatontown.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather worked for Eatontown Police. My father worked for the sheriff's department. He ran communications for the county. He had fucked up eye, so he couldn't pass the test. Everything, it was just blinded one eye.
Right.
So, but he ended up being chief of police of the radio room.
Yeah.
They had that position. That's where he retired. So, but yeah, always there's always a scanner. There was always a fucking police radio going. There was always, hey, it's Christmas and a fire or a call or something. So I grew up in it.
So the way you just said that just made me laugh because in my house, we had a scanner. We always had a scanner in the kitchen. And you heard, like when Dad was working locally, you heard when there were car stops, whatever it was, first aid call, anything. We had what was called, I don't know if they call it this anymore, a plectron. You remember a plectron?
Yeah.
Plectron.
Crystals back then.
Whoop, 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 whoop. It was like, it was an alert, first aid call, fire call, whatever it was. And you heard it. And it was exciting because it was.
I still remember. I can see that switch.
I know.
That switch where you
Lights
push
go
the button and it sets the alarm.
you
and
had to
you
set
acted
it off.
up.
Remember that?
God.
Man, before the switchboard, I had to punch a phone number in. That's how.
Oh, I never had that one.
Shrewsbury had.
I never had that one.
Yeah, and it was that one. Yeah, they were old.
All right,
Yeah,
sorry,
we were
Jimmy,
in-
you're old.
We were in a house. What year did you start?
Dispatch in 98.
95. Yeah. So like
There you
I
go.
was still, it was still kind of the 80s when
It was.
It changed drastically in the late 90s. Those guys got those big contracts.
Yes.
The job changed.
Yes.
That's when college started. Before that, it was, hey, high school kid, you want to be the midnight dispatcher? That's,
You didn't need a college degree back then. You did
Yeah.
like they just wanted you to take the job. If you had a pulse,
There was no academy for the Chiefs back then. They like, what was your academy like? And they're like, the guy took me to the library and told me to shoot pigeons. And I was but they were all in the military. That was their academy. So, like, like there was no, but those were our bosses making the policies. Every day.
those were
It was
our.
a fucking loony bin. Like every day you walk in and be like,
That's
4
who you
pages
were
of
answering
policies.
to.
Like, yeah, like,
That's
what do you mean you didn't do it? Like,
yeah.
bro, I feel like that we shouldn't do that. Like, I got your back, kid. And they always did have our back. So,
Is something wrong with this? Should I not be doing this? Like, is this not okay?
After 7 years, like the Danny Bannings of the world. That's your guy. Like, fuck, Danny went full. He was.
So Danny was a Marine. Is a Marine.
Yeah, is a Marine. And then you had a lot of Marines at Red Bank. Actually.
We did.
No such thing as a former Marine.
Turk, still
He's
a Marine.
Something in the city, right? Danny's like, he's the. Yeah,
So Danny he's the director of operations for I won't say what company, but he runs. Yes.
a big one.
And I had the honor of working for him for a little while when I first retired, which was amazing.
Okay.
Great group of guys. I
I
had
can
a lot of
still
fun
see
there.
him with that fucking cigar,
I-
pulling up with his arm hanging out the window, and like shit's under control now. Danny's here.
So Danny would pull up in a Ford Expedition, thing
Yeah,
was
yeah,
beat
yeah,
to
yeah,
shit. He'd have a cigar hanging out, and he'd yell, "You better run, you motherfuckers!" And people ran.
The whole fucking town ran, and all of us ran.
Half the guys on the road ran, and we're like,
But
Oh.
he handled,
Oh,
1,000 people in downtown Red Bank and Danny, and he was good. It was no
bar closing. When Chubby's was clearing out, and you had Latin cross dressing night, and it was like a fight, and someone
Wigs
reached
everywhere.
down and grabbed the tree trunk, didn't mean it. Was like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Sorry, Danny, if you listen.
Oh my god. No.
But
ADHD.
your
I get.
generation, that generation taught us to be men. You know what I mean? Like, listen, when I was a dispatcher, again, statute of limitations, Shrewsbury Police, Mike Gallagher's bachelor party.
Mike Gallagher.
Billy
144.
Lucia and those guys take Mikey out for his bachelor party, and at 2 a.m, the bars close and they're bored. So what are they going to do? They're going to come back to Shrewsbury and take the dispatcher, the kid and they handcuffed me to the fucking prisoner bench. They beat the shit out of me, not beat the shit, but dragged me to the prisoner bench, kicking and screaming, handcuffed me and fucking left me there. 7 a.m, the chief comes walking in, and I'm chained to the fucking bench. Hagen, God boy, he's still around.
Hagen.
And Jimmy, he's still around. Jimmy still likes everything on Facebook.
Jimmy just came to our retired members meeting last month.
So then he looks at me and goes, "What the fuck happened to you?" And I knew better than to fucking tell on him. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, he just unhandcuffed me and I left. That was it.
I wanted the experience. I wanted to try it. That was it.
But it was a good. I mean, I wouldn't have had it any other way, man. And I would kind of want it for I want for my kids.
Okay.
That I want for my kids.
And that's where Mo comes in, because we had the
Don't
experience.
try to bring Mo into this. What?
Well, what happened was we came up in a time when you could do that, when you could get away with that, when you could. I don't want
When
to
you
call
were the victim, it didn't feel fucking great. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was real. Like, I didn't think back then. I was like, did that just fucking happen? Like
I don't
4
want
hours
to
later,
use the term hazing because I hate that term hazing.
yeah.
I feel like it was
Rite of passage.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
gotta do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Rite
That's
of passage.
perfect. That's perfect. Rite of passage. Acceptance. It was like you were accepted as part of the crew. You could do what you wanted. You could get handsy with each other without and when doing that.
Wait.
Wait.
There was some fights.
No, in a way, like you could throw each other. Yeah, yes, 100%. You could throw each other around, but at the same time, no one else could get handsy with you. No one could get fucked up with you, and no one could cross the line. And if they did, there was accountability, discipline, accountability, responsibility, and respect. You knew boundaries. You respected boundaries. You had fun with each other. You laughed together.
Fucking amazing. All of them, and you were scared of them. If they walked in a fucking room, you were fucking scared.
Yes.
Of them.
Command presence.
You would not sit back in a chair. And that went for all those guys. And that went away. That all went away. But that was because of lack of wars and I mean that was if you ask me, like that lack of war, lack of military
bearing.
10 years of my career, I think, was quiet. And anybody that served during that time, please, I'm just saying, was quiet, meaning there wasn't as many military guys. The civil service test went down a lot. You know what I mean? Where like those guys always got the gig, and it was a little harder to find like that kind of stuff.
We didn't have correct. And you know what? I think what we're starting to see that more and more.
Yeah.
And it's kind of silly to compare it to this, but like remember back in the day, I hated wearing a fucking hat. I hated wearing a hat.
I fucking hated him. I hated it. You couldn't leave the fucking
8-point hat.
8-point hat.
God.
But you had to have your hat on. Traffic stops. If you got caught without it,
you were on the fucking news without the hat or something.
And the old guy's like, well, if we're in a crowd, I need to be able to find you. Like,
no matter what the call was, no matter what the case was, if you got caught, you're like, dude, I'm in the middle of a fucking. Put your goddamn hat on. They didn't they're like,
yes. Anybody that was stressing that is somebody that has never been in anything real. Like if you're worried about that, we're doing pretty good. If the 8-point hat is all you're worried about, we're doing pretty fucking good.
100%. But the downside to that is we were so concerned about getting gigged on that we focused on bigger things. Now, because that's not even a concern, there are no hats. I mean, they
wear pajamas.
They wear pajamas.
They wear pajamas.
Dude, Jimmy, no joke. They wear pajamas.
I love that uniform. I retired.
I'm jealous.
And I wore it on midnights when I retired. I was like, this is fucking. I would take the.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my God.
Your back feels great because you're wearing everything up top. You're not wearing the 30-pound
Do you think
belt.
people respect them less than the I think they look scarier.
I think they look. I don't want to say intimidating. I think they look.
The short, the guys with the fucking vest, the gun on their hip, their fucking leg. Like I'm like, but you know how bad that fucking rubs all day. Like
I don't. Yeah, I think it looks great. I think it looks great. I think it's. I hate the word intimidating.
More functional.
No, it's 100%
more functional. And honestly, it should be more intimidating.
Yeah,
well, I don't give a fuck what the public thinks. Like this is the thing we got away from.
You're right.
You know, caring like or not. Or we got away from not caring. Like we're in the protection business.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck what the mutts think about what I'm wearing.
Right.
Where are you at with community policing, Mo? Where you at with
wait. Define community policing.
Well,
Anybody that
town.
does fucking TikToks or whatever the fuck needs to have their throat stomped on. Like, are you?
So they just have downtime and their boss is letting them do whatever.
I don't need the public to like me. I need them to respect me. If they like me, that's okay. If they like me, that's a bonus. That's great. That helps this relationship. We get along better. That's great. But understand our relationship, me and the public. You know, if I'm interacting with a civilian, me and the civilian getting along benefits them. I don't need it to benefit me. I don't give a fuck whether we get along or not. This is going to go the way I say it's going to fucking go. And listen, if you want us to have a nice cordial thing, that's great. I'm for that. I prefer it. 50 fucking years old. What am I doing? I'm not, you know, I got one or two good ones left in me. I'm not beating the shit out of a fucking 20, literally. So I don't want that. Right. But if you think that you're going to shout me fucking down or no. It's not going to work that way.
So today's police with the cameras, that was literally the last month of my career. You know what I mean? When you stop the car and all of a sudden there was somebody like, you know, pointing.
Yeah.
Now that's, you know, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, like, that's all, everything. Right. So, that part I don't understand. You know what I mean? And like, to be as aggressive, like to have someone like you just you came across aggressive, which I like, to be honest with you. But to have somebody that aggressive on a camera is what fucking sets the tone. No,
I don't mind. This is my thing. Like, and I was an advocate for cameras,
right,
even back before, you know, as soon as the smartphones came around. Let's be real. I tell everybody, if you don't want to be recorded, if you're against being recorded, get over it, because you are being recorded.
You're gonna
every fucking corner in the world.
100%. And I, so if there's going to be 6 cameras there, there's going to be 7, and one of them is going to be mine. And mine's going to have the entire stop. When you were motherfucking me, when you were spitting at me, when you were threatening me, when you were threatening my family, it's not going to start from when we were rolling on the ground, where you can spin your own fucking narrative. No. I'm a fan of it, because, again, for me, I don't fear internal discipline. I don't give a shit. You want to write me up because I curse too much? You want to write me up because I don't have my hat? I don't care. I don't want promote. I don't fear that. What I fear is jail. I worked in a jail.
You're right.
I'm not built. I'm not built for jail. I know maybe you look at me and you think I can walk on water, and that's okay. I mean, I understand that. I'm not built for fucking jail. You know, so I don't ever want there to be a situation where it's he said, she said. No, I want all that shit on camera. And if my supervisor is mad because I cursed at somebody, oh well, chances are that's a supervisor that never had to curse at somebody. 90% of the public will respond to yes sir, no sir. There is that 10% of the public that needs to be told, shut the fuck up. That's the only thing they're going to understand. Like you have to listen. If you watch my body cam, or hypothetically a person that's working, if you watch somebody's body cam footage and 90% of the stops are cordial and get along, no issues, no problem, great. And then you see that one where it's just off the chain fucking cursing, you as a supervisor have to understand, like, all right, well, maybe there's something more to that stop.
What's
maybe
the
it's
problem here?
Maybe it's not an issue.
All that shit in Monmouth County, I'm sure that whenever, like, you know, any sort of interaction started getting tracked, you know, I want 10 years ago, anything.
Yeah.
And
You're right.
I'm sure there's some sort of number that comes out of it, but what do they teach in the academy now? Like, so you were taught to be that aggressive.
Hug a thug.
Right. So that's what they're saying.
Hug a thug.
No, really. Honestly, this is a bail reform. We were talking about this again on Dan's show. These kids are coming out of the academy, you know, into a bail reform society. They're into a society where there's decriminalization of low level crimes. It's a non-custodial generation. They don't want to use their handcuffs because they're told they shouldn't use their handcuffs. Look at the shit that's going on in New York. He's gonna create he's gonna create social workers instead of cops. He thinks that they can handle this shit. No, listen, criminals, true criminals, understand only one thing, and that is consequence. They don't understand anything else. And listen, I worked in a jail, and I can tell you right now, the people that say there needs to be criminal justice reform, I agree with you 1,000%. I saw people, especially younger kids, 20 to 25, that were doing time for petty fucking shit that is legalized now. And you look at them and like, yo, these kids are losing formative years of their life for petty shit. So if you want to tell me that needs to be reformed, I agree with you. But the problem is most civilians hear criminal justice reform, and that in their brain somehow translates to police reform. Right. The police are fucking fine. The police are doing exactly what they're supposed to fucking do. It's not the police that are putting these kids in jail for that. They're not handing out sentences. They're not creating these laws. These are appointed judges. This is all shit that has nothing to do with cops. The cops are doing exactly what the fuck they're supposed to do, which is locking people up.
Write the laws, we'll enforce them.
100%. So yeah, does criminal justice need to be reformed? Sure, 100%. We need to go easier on the low-level crimes, and the more serious crimes, we need to fuck these people's faces. Like, there needs to be no mercy whatsoever. And that I promise you, it will be a self-correcting problem. If people knew that they were going to actually see real jail time, and there wasn't going to be any cash bail. No, you are going away. If you hurt a child, if you hurt, you know, an elderly, you hurt an animal, you hurt something that's defenseless, you are a fucking animal. and you are going to disappear. And whatever happens, I don't give a fuck. And nor should any reasonable society. Campy, how'd you start this, bro? You got me all fucking fired up. I was nice.
Bail reform. He's talking about the bail reform on the ticket. I remember voting for it.
I was nice and relaxed, bro.
It? We're all like, do you guys want to change the bail system to make it whatever? And then 55 paragraphs in, the little font. And we're all like, yeah, that sounds fucking good. And we,
it sounded like a great idea in theory, right?
And then it was, I was one of the first to really go. I put a track message out. We had released a burglar that had broken in. It was one of those property crimes don't count kind of things. And I put the picture out like, thanks bail reform, and I put it on the top. It was on Thanksgiving, probably one of my last 2 years. And I got a phone call at 11 at night from the chief that someone was reading their fucking emails out, and yeah, it was a big one. But that's I've had that brought up in a few business meetings. Like, were you the bail reform guy?
The bail reform guy. You were the guy. Yeah. So what do you think? And maybe that's the answer. What do you think was the biggest change in law enforcement during our career that made it where we're at now?
Searches. I mean, the job itself is. That's what I'm asking. What they teach in the academy. Like, we were set out to go police, proactively police, and in your downtime, community police. That's kind of what I was taught. You know what I mean? Like, and it was, how many traffic stops you can get. And if those would evolve into arrests, that would be your niche. You kind of designed your career.
That's how you learned. That's how you figured out the job.
Yeah.
It was on the job training. You started with a traffic stop. You started with a tinted window ticket, an inspection sticker, whatever it was. And that led your way into something, asking questions and figuring things out. I feel like the term proactive became a 4-letter word where it became proactive was aggressive. Proactive became aggressive, and aggressive became a violation of civil rights. And it was like, hold up. How'd we jump from A to Z that quick? And that's where I get concerned about my kids because, again, I love this job. And you said I couldn't have said it any better. A blue collar, the best blue collar job there is because we did make good money. We got good pensions. We had good health care. I feel like it's a great way to continue. I'm just afraid we survive something that today's guys and girls might not survive.
Well, that's what I'm asking about the academy. Like, what are they learning? You know what I mean? Because honestly, imagine what our Vietnam veteran teachers were thinking about us back then. I'll be honest, put in perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys, they did their interviews on the beach. You know what I mean? Like, on the way back, and then that was wrapped up. It was different. And it evolved and it evolved. And so, I mean, just to put it in perspective, I don't know. I think it could be great. I know it was great for me. I really didn't have a bad day at work.
No.
And I got fucked up, and I deserved to get fucked up a few times, but I really loved it, man.
Well, I think, listen, he hits on something when he brings up that like Vietnam era and all that. This is all cyclical. And I think, again, this gets back to what these kids are not being taught. There was a time in the United States history, and I always said this, I can't even imagine what it must have felt like growing up in the 60s, where you saw the president of the United States, the most prolific civil rights leader of all time, the brother of the former president of the United States, who was also at the time a presidential candidate, all killed in broad daylight on our soil by our own people. Fast forward to the 70s, where you saw veterans coming back being spit on. What we're seeing now is the same shit we saw then. The United States is going to survive this mess. It's absolutely going to survive.
It's going to come back. All of it. And I mean, it's under
100%.
We're all making, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better with the money. It really is. And that's last time he was in office. Everybody kept saying, talking about, I've never had more money in my life. Right. I don't know if it's the overtime. I don't. That entire we went on vacations. We bought things. It's like we had good money.
Yeah.
And we're just relax.
It's a cycle. It comes around.
It's going to evolve. But I think the job will. I think the 30 years. Yes, because they're hiring them at 18 again. I mean, when we were doing it, they were hiring them at 35. And that was, if you know what I mean? Like 35 was the cutoff. But I went to the academy. Like the academy, there was a bunch of guys over 30 in my class. Like they were lucky to have the job. It was a well-paying job. They all had education. Some had master's degrees. That's when that shit started.
Yes.
And it's gone now. Like they'd rather you didn't have it. They want you at 18 because they want to make you what they want. So. Yeah. But if you're lucky enough to walk into a small town, I think you're fucking crazy
not to take the job.
Go fucking
write
parking tickets and speeding tickets for 30 years. And, you know, yeah. Now, listen, again, and I'm a cop's cop, bleed blue, but I've never, ever, like, when I talk to a guy from Manhattan or fucking Jersey City, Patterson, you know, like, you know, and when they're on patrol, I'm like, man, I can't even fucking imagine. You know, you're stacked up 30 calls when you walk in. You're like,
you're chasing the radio.
Yeah, like, we would go have breakfast. What's Camp doing? Hey, we call it, you know, 69 somewhere.
You want a 27? Yep.
It was a different job. I did not have a bad job. So that's what I would recommend for my kids. But, and again, the entire time I was sitting around doing nothing, I was wishing I was a real cop. You know, I was wishing I was, you know, like, and I would go fucking be productive and go.
Well, you were very productive. You had a lot of great cases.
Well, yeah, I was like, yeah.
And that's the other thing in Shrewsbury cases find you too. You have any town that has a Marshall's in their jurisdiction is a front row seat to the greatest fucking show on earth. Marshall's is like Waffle House of shopping. Basically.
Bro, I would trade. I would start at 0. I would reset my career to 0 and just run the rest of my life out working for the Marshalls. Like that's a dream job. I hate court. I hate the traffic summons. I hate all that shit. Give me a picture of a fucking goon. Me and 3 of my friends are going to strap up. We're going to go find him. I'll drag him to you. You prove him guilty. I don't give a fuck. I want to go to court and be like, yep, that's the guy I arrested. Have a good day.
What's that, a loan job that you fall into? I met a few guys who are always on loan to the Marshalls, but I never met anybody. I went to the academy for the Marshalls.
That's the way our job works. You have to be a detective first, and then you go on loan to them. I don't know. I'm sure they have. I mean, they have to have like a you know, an official U.S. Marshals force. Like I guess you could. I don't know how you would apply. It's obviously a government job. Like I don't know how you even go about getting that. But yeah, that would have been, if I could do it over again, that would have been my dream job. Because again, it's clean, right? This is a warrant for your arrest. Are you this person? Okay, I got a court order to place you under arrest. There's no, you know, discovery.
It is or it isn't.
Yeah, 100%.
6'7", 6'7", 6'7".
No, look at you with all that riz. Campy, you're at an hour, bro. Why don't you get up, take a break, stretch your legs? Maybe you go find some more pizza, or I don't even know.
I got another 5-hour energy. I'm ready. Ditch bitch, make the switch. Get it done. I got to update my bourbon. I'm getting thirsty, as they say. Thirsty.
Thirsty.
Oh,
yeah.
Thirsty is Spanish for I'm getting thirsty. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and we got a lot more fun to do.
10-4.
Boom.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
I mean, I don't even know how to come back from this one. Like, I don't even know.
It's welcome to the jungle. We've got fun and games.
Tatuaje cigars.
Yeah. Tatuaje cigars, delicious, right here, all the way around. Knob Creek bourbon. Or Bergen. It's getting delicious. Bergen County or Bourbon County. No, this is gonna be really fun. So this is. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
This is phase 2, the second round of Campy's Crew Choir Practice. We're going to have an awesome second hour. We got so much to go over and so many fun things to do. We haven't even scratched the surface of where we're at in the circle of life yet. Mackenzie's back, making it rain, running around. Good girl, Mackenzie. You're a good puppy dog.
Oh, she's like, all these people are calling my name.
We have our good friend Eddie here, just enjoying the show with us. It's good to have him as a partner riding along. It's like a ride along. It's an Eddie Gray ride along. That's all it is. We're not even going to...
We're honoring him for the Eddie Camp.
Yeah. Eddie, thanks for being here, enjoying a sip and making it rain. It's like he's got his bourbon there and I got mine, which is great. Before we get too deep into the next stuff I know we have Rich Doherty standing by, correct?
He's going to be calling in very shortly.
All right, he's going to be calling shortly. All right, so we're going to stand by in that. When we get a call, that's going to be on the and he knows to call in not on the device he's watching on. He's
yes,
he's
absolutely.
good about that.
I did tell him that.
He's got strong discipline, which is phenomenal. I have a great haircut, and I did my do pretty nice, but I think it's ruined by my mask, but I'm loving this mask. There was a meme on last week with a cop doing a road job on Halloween where he wore one of these masks.
Job?
Well, he did, and what was great was
a what?
A cop doing a road job.
A road job.
A road job.
Sorry.
I'm sorry about that. Traffic job. Extra duty detail. Sorry about that. And he was standing in front of a road closed sign with his hand this way and the mask on. And what was great was no one dared ask, is the road closed? Can I go that way? Can I get this way? Because they were so afraid and intimidated by the mask. I love the mask. I think it's so much fun and so amazing. All right, so Jimmy, as we left off, we were going over a bunch of things. One thing I want to ask you, if you could do it over again.
I really have to appreciate how you have the hockey mask on and you're just sliding right back into the conversation like it's nothing. Well, Jimmy, where we left off.
So by the way, again, welcome to the jungle. Jimmy's known me for years. This is how we do. We had back in patrol when I was in Red Bank, we had a sergeant, Frank Bitsko. God love him. He's amazing. At bar closing time, he would wear a mask. Iron Man was the mask. And he would yell, Palo Fuego, which was like on fire. And he'd drive around. People would walk up to the car and see him and just turn around and walk the fuck away because they didn't want to know what was going on. They had a question, but they knew they weren't getting it answered. And it was phenomenal. I would love to do this in this day and age, but I'm certain there'd be some sort of an internal or some sort of something you'd have to explain.
In this day and age, you'd be all right.
It's just hard to smoke a cigar with it. That's the only downside. Yeah, my Tatuaje cigar or my Tatuaje, which is a delicious cigar.
I think let's see if we got Rich on the phone now. Rich, speak or forever hold your peace.
I am here.
Oh, there he is.
Hi,
Please ignore Campy's ski mask.
Rich, thanks for calling in, brother. It's great to hear from you. Are you in sunny Florida right now?
I'm actually sitting on my new 23-foot pontoon boat.
I'm so jealous. I am so jealous. So my dream is ultimately to own a pontoon boat, actually. I'm going to take this mask off just briefly while we do this, and then I'm going to go back to it. Let's talk about your pontoon boat a little bit.
Okay, so long story tolerable, Tommy and I become friends years ago. I don't tell too many people that. He's sitting in a tree stand right now. So I'm a retired firefighter from the communist state of Massachusetts. And I came to Florida about 10 years ago. While I was a firefighter, I was on the Pro Bass Tour. Had the full sponsorship, all that bullshit. Almost went broke, but had fun. Got into saltwater fishing, was an easy transition. Now I'm a pro guide and a captain and a bunch of sponsorship with some outstanding companies, one of which is East Cape Boats, which I have hull number 2 in the country. They just built me a full carbon fiber flats boat. So basically my deal is when I take you fishing, it's a one-on-one deal. And we're in about a foot of water out in the Gulf of America. And you're in the mangroves and you're either fly fishing for redfish or you're spin casting for redfish. And So I've hooked up with a couple of 501c3s to give back to firefighters and police officers, not to take away from military at all. But my thing with the fire service was I was a big advocate for PTSD, which our union is absolutely horrible. Providing PTSD support for our guys. And then I looked into the police department and it was equally as bad. So I hooked up with Hooker Hero, which is run by 2 snipers for Orlando PD. And one of the other guys is a U.S. Marshal. And they pay for all the treatment for PTSD for firefighters and police officers when they get abandoned by their unions, because that never happens, right?
Right.
True.
Right.
So we also partnered with a retired Chicago firefighter in Oviedo, Florida, who owns fire department meals, which Mike the cop is supposed to be eating some of those. He's all over that. Any free food he's in.
Free food, and he paid for food. He's in food in general. He's in. No, that Mike, I didn't mean that. You're not fat. You're on Ozempic. Everything's good. Don't worry about it. I apologize.
Yeah, he's just got a big head. So we hooked up with fire department meals, and so what they do is they provide about $400 of meals per person, per police officer or firefighter going through PTSD for as long as it takes. We're there for that. So I come in it saved my life. I was forced out of the fire service due to PTSD. They thought I was having heart attacks. It wasn't. It was panic attacks. And being on the water basically saved my life. So water is therapy. I take guys out one-on-one on the skiff, and I had a client the other day, big time client of mine, and he's like, well, what do you want to do? And I says, well, I'd love to take guys out, firefighters and police officers that are in wheelchairs, their service dogs, their families. I said, I just can't do it with the skiff. And he goes, call me at 3:00. So I call him at 3:00. He says, come to my house tomorrow morning. So I get to his house. He gives me the keys to a 23-foot beach cat, seats 14 people. Pretty much a brand new, it's the Lamborghini of pontoon boats.
Now, is that
He
the
says,
one that
now you got no excuse. So I've taken 2 weeks off of work. I work for the Department of Transportation a few days a week. I used to be a diver with the fire department. And I dive for these guys until I see a snake, and then that's it. And so I've been bringing this boat back to life. It's going to be brand new when I'm done with it. And then we're going to be able to take these. I'll be able to fit at least three wheelchairs, guys in wheelchair or women in wheelchairs on this thing. It's Cadillac. So I'm really excited. The only thing I'm looking for now is I'm in the need for 2 batteries for this thing. That's all I need for this. And we're golden. Everything else has been provided from my pro staff companies, fishing rods, fishing reels, you name it. I've even got Suzuki on board. So I'm excited. So we're going to take, and so where I live it's called Homosassa Springs. It's I'm right on the Gulf of America, and it's a big spring system. So I'm sponsored by a marina, which we never have to wait. We launch right there. And I'm sponsored by Crump's Landing, which is a 25-acre tiki hut restaurant and bar complex. It looks like the Bahamas. And so the other thing that we've got going is called Reels and Responders. The trailer is out right now on YouTube. It's going to be, I've got a production company out of Disney that has donated 12 episodes, and we start filming next week. And so what we're doing is it's going to be a fishing show. I'm going to have my first guest is going to be Paul Evercore of Hooky Hero. He's a SWAT team guy for Orlando. He was the first police officer to respond to the Pulse nightclub.
Oh God.
And he was the guy that was hauling people out and putting them in his truck and running them to the hospital. So he's going to be my first guest, and we're going to go out. Water is therapy. I don't give a shit if we catch a damn thing. It's just relaxing being out there. You're going to catch shit anyway. You're with me. But and then at the end, we come into the river system. We moor up to a private mooring at Crump's Landing. We get off, and they've given us a tiki hut where we're going to sit in the tiki hut. They're going to feed us lunch, and we're going to film. We're going to call it the debriefing. We're going to, how'd that help you? Did it clear your head today? What was one of the biggest things that you took out of today? And some guys are going to talk about their experiences. Some guys aren't going to want to talk about their experiences. But at the end, it's going to be therapy for everybody. And I'm super stoked, super excited.
Hey, Rich, we have a couple of videos of your boat. Should we play them now?
Yeah, go ahead. I can't see them. I'm on the phone.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
going to
the
mute.
boat.
It's going to mute us, just so you know, so you won't be able to talk during the media.
And
We're
then I
gonna
got
play
a
the
couple of
videos.
questions after that. So we'll let's
Put your
watch
ski
these.
mask. Put the hockey mask back on first before you ask the questions. Yeah, again, Rich, it's going to mute you, so we'll give you the heads up when you're back on.
10-4.
All right.
Hear us.
Hold on, here we go. So we'll do.
Yeah, the truck's pretty hot, huh?
That truck is very hot.
Okay, so what's going to happen is I have a wrap company that just donated a $5,000 wrap to this boat.
Oh, I thought you meant rap, like
And-
RAP. Like
No, not like Run DMC.
Run DMC. Whoa,
Oh,
Rich,
now
you're
back to
dating yourself
RH.
now, kid.
Yeah, all right. I'm down with that.
Yeah. Oh, you're down with the king?
Little
I
Run,
did-
little Run DMC and Aerosmith.
Nice, very
It's
nice.
Christmas
Walk,
time in
walk
Hollis,
this way.
Queens.
So what's going to happen is that boat is going to be completely wrapped with that distressed antique looking flag. And then the two stripes on the sides of the boat there's going to be one blue and there's going to be one red. And we're going to do some filming on this. It's going to be in some of the productions. And super stoked. So, I mean, I'm like I said, I get more out of this. I feel kind of selfish about this whole deal because I get more out of this than probably some of the guys that I'm going to have on here. And like I said, this is my therapy. And so I'm looking for organizations. Tom's already stepped up. A bunch of people have already stepped up. And here's my thing is anytime I'm talking to you guys right now, you guys need to come down here and we'll go out. I'm getting the frozen margarita.
Rich,
maker on.
please be careful what you wish for. Do you see Campy right now? I mean,
You've seen our
please-
shows, right?
Well,
please be careful what you wish for. You're gonna invite this pack of deviants down there.
I invited Mike, so it can't be any worse than him, is it?
I mean, you've seen our shows, so I feel like
that is true.
Mo's got PTO days to burn. We're gonna figure this shit out. We're getting this done. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So I love being on the water. Yeah, the way you said that's perfect. It is truly therapeutic being on the water. Being on a pontoon boat is truly like being
on the what? Say it again.
The water?
No, that's not what you said. I like being on the water.
Water.
It's
water.
water.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm from the mean streets of Rumson, the bad area. Being on the water is very good for me and very therapeutic because it brings me back to my roots, which is wonderful. But being on a pontoon boat is even better because it's like a living room on the water. You have the couches, the comfortable seats.
Dude, stop saying the water. Just say water, please. Please say fucking water. You're killing me, bro.
Being on the water.
Being in the
water.
Being on the water.
Being in the water.
Yeah, being on the water is very therapeutic for me.
It's water.
It's water. It's
Bro,
water.
are you from Mars? Where?
I'm wearing a ski mask.
All right, fair.
I mean a hockey mask.
Fair.
What is this? Yeah, so my speech changed a little bit. But Rich, I got to tell you, it's so exciting because I love pontoon boats. We rent one every year to take the family out, which is so much fun. And it really is like a living room on the water because it's a level playing ground. It's a level area. Like I like any boat, but like it's hard for people to wander around on a boat. But on a pontoon boat, it's truly level, it's truly easy, it's truly comfortable. And the therapy of just being around, bobbing around on the water is so nice. It's so comfortable, it's so therapeutic, it's so fun. And getting out there, it means so much. So what do you need for these batteries? What are you looking at roughly dollar wise, fundraising wise?
They're probably $600 for the two of them.
Total? $600 total?
Yeah, probably $600 total. Yeah. I'm actually, $625 will get two decent batteries, and then we're good, man. I've taken every bolt. So that picture, I've taken every bolt out of this and rebuilt this boat. This boat is pretty much brand new. So like I said, this seats 14 people, and it's got a 200 Suzuki on it. And this is the Lamborghini of pontoon boats. It's all fiberglass. I've got a bunch of companies stepping up. They're putting stereo systems in it. They're doing everything. The only thing we need is, and it's going through a 501c3, so I can provide a certificate and somebody can write it off. It's just I need a couple of 12-volt cranking batteries, and we're golden.
All right, we're going to do what we can to make this happen because we're more or less the Kia Sonata of boats. So we're going to make yours a Lamborghini of boats, which is very exciting. We're going to find a way to get these batteries for you and make it happen. And then we're planning a trip. We're getting a crew to come down, and we're taking a ride out to do some water therapy. Some water.
Water.
No, water.
Water.
Water sounds
What are you from
so
fucking
much...
Boston?
Oh,
water.
Anyway.
Hey. Water.
What? Water. Take the mask off and say it right. There you go.
I'm sorry. We're going to do some water therapy, and we're going to make
Yes.
this perfect. And we're going to get a good crew. We're going to come down. We're going to have a lot of fun. I love Florida. I'll be there in 2 years anyway. Once I retire. But in the meantime, we're planning a trip. We're going to figure this out, Rich, and we're going to get these batteries funded for you.
Absolutely. You guys got to come down. We'll go to Monkey Island. There's a little island out here. Mike's all excited about it because he's going to become one with the monkeys.
I love it. I love it.
There's a little island with monkeys all over it, and you can sit there, smoke cigars, and watch them pick bugs off of each other.
I love it. That's absolutely phenomenal.
Sounds like what goes on at this podcast.
Well, listen, I was just going to say, Rich, it sounds like you're here. Have you been here for an hour? Because that's what we do here.
I've been on Tom, so I've got used to it.
You know.
¡Hola, Carlos!
Hello.
So that
Okay.
was a clip from our next show.
that was a warm up for the upcoming show. That's our next segment of Campy's Crew Choir Practice. That was the intro for that one. Rich, thank you for everything. Thank you for everything you're doing. It really
For real,
means a lot.
yes.
And you know,
Not a
your
problem.
forward thinking means so much because again, we were talking about PTSD before and how we didn't really think of it in that way back in the day, but now being aggressive, being proactive, and being aware of it means so much. And this work sounds amazing. And I love pontoon boats, so I'm really excited to take part in this and to get some people there. And that's another question. If people want to make donations, do you have a specific site you want people to make donations to, or do you want us to have them sent to BBO, or how do you want to do this?
You can send it to you guys. And so my website is fishresponders.com. If you pull that up, it's got a big red fish with a leather fire helmet, and that shows who I am, shows all the pitches, and that's to give you all the information you need.
Fishresponders.com, correct?
Correct.
Outstanding. Very good. Rich, I'm excited to come down and visit. I'm excited to come down and take a cruise around. Hey, what body of water are you primarily on down there?
The Gulf of America.
Love it.
Amazing.
Love it. Love hearing
Yes.
that. Can't hear that enough. That's exciting.
Gulf of America. And where I go out of, it's some of the oldest mangroves in the world. They're all 200 and something years old. And that's where we fish. And like I said, you're in about 1.5 feet of water. It's crystal clear. And you've got the dolphins, the manatees, all that kind of
The
stuff
barracudas.
around you as you're fishing. It's just barracudas.
Watch out for the barracudas.
Everything. There you go.
That's exciting to hear because our mangrove is right here in the booth, which is a little different. Our mangrove.
Mangrove or mangrove? What do you?
Rich, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a part of the show. I hope you'll come on the next show too and push this again. And we're going to get those batteries for you, my
100%.
friend.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Rich. Thanks for contributing, brother. So before we go any further with this stuff, I want to ask Jimmy a couple things. Jimmy, you in retirement, you embraced retirement. You jumped from the active job right into retirement and started a business. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay. I started the NJPI agency.
NJPI, which is New Jersey
Private Investigator Agency. You know, it amazed me how much training we got in Jersey. No matter what niche we all found ourselves in, and sometimes that changed every year or 2 years. You know, you're a canine guy, you're a detective, you're running the budget. You know, and you always got the training you needed. But then at year 25, you were a school resource officer, or you know, it was like, well, especially the guys that went to NA, that started late in my career. Like everybody had to go to the NA, and I'm like, and a lot of those guys that didn't do anything with it. You know what I mean? They're driving, not that they didn't do anything with it. They retired. You know what I mean? They retired with them.
They went out to pasture,
which is silly to me, especially at the age we're able to retire. So the civilian world needs us, and they need us for a lot of different things. And that's kind of what the NJPI agency started as and really has evolved in. We work for attorneys. We work for private clients. We work for anybody that really has a problem anywhere in the state. And I call our large network to fill the hole. You know, if you need an armed guy, you need a Spanish-speaking officer, you need whatever you might need, we have the right cop that's retired for it. You know what I mean? And
and you're very diversified in that you do. You don't just do the investigations. Exactly. You have the security aspect. You have the investigative aspect, but in addition to that, you have the guys and girls with experience who've worked with all the attorneys in the county, all the public defenders in the county, all like the Mitch Ansells, the Pete O'Maras, all the the defense attorneys who've been everything from municipal court to superior court and everything and beyond that. So because of that, they've got extensive experience and on the job know-how in talking to people, communicating, being an effective investigator. Because of that, whether you're calling for help with a cohabitation investigation, whether you're dealing with a child support investigation, whatever it is, the help that you're getting, the help that you're calling for, you're getting the support on every aspect and on every level to support you across the board. How do you get that much help? How do you get that much support to do what it is that you do?
And I'm sure you can attest to it. And whether it was, DWI school or breathalyzer school or HDN or whatever school we went to, lunchtime was about the boys and the girls. And that's where the networking happened. And let's exchange phone numbers. And that network evolved. You had a case in a town, you called the person, and man, LinkedIn's been my best friend here, to be honest with you. I was one of the very early people to jump on. And on midnights, I would make friends with somebody in New York, in California, and not that we'd have long conversations. Your resume spoke for itself, and if I had a problem, that person, that's what it really. My company was built from that.
Networking.
Yeah.
Networking. Yeah. Making connections, being in contact.
Put yourself out there too. You go to these classes, you pack your own lunch, and you sit in your own car. You're not going to meet anybody. You take home from what you brought.
The one-to-one, hands-on impact means so much, and we forget that in a lot of ways. You have transcended that from the job into retirement in such a way where you are getting hands-on, and you're putting people in perspective where they call for help, and you're doing it. Right. You're doing it, and you're relating that in such a way that they're getting the experience they need. They're getting the service they need because of what you've done. Now, do you think this is interesting? I feel like because so much was lost, and you said it very well about guys who retire and just go off to pasture. You jumped right in with both feet. Yeah. Right after, and you've been busy ever since.
Yeah. The hardest part for me was, so I believed in myself, right? I believed in the idea, but the hardest part was like the first Facebook post, the first LinkedIn, everybody's like, is he fucking serious? Like, it's a good idea, but is he fucking serious? And then all of a sudden we had a case.
Then what happened?
We had a case. You know what I mean? Our first case was a murder. And I was like, and I'm answering, and I remember Shrewsbury, right? So and we're like, I know how to go work this murder. I have not worked a murder, but let's go. And we work it, backwards, for the defense. Like I had enough, and we end up hanging up a jury in Perth Amboy. It was fucking epic. And Shaughnessy, Rob Shaggs from one of his first cases. I stick him out on. I'm like, we got a murder. He's like, let's go. You know what I mean? And we did really well with it. And then 100 cases a year later. Plus, whatever security and everything.
So Rob was a teams guy.
That's Shaughnessy, as in the Ed Shaughnessy.
Yeah, his old man. Yeah.
Bubba Shaughnessy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Shags ran teams for the
teams
police.
Guy.
Yeah, and then retired on the boats out of Seabright.
He did all of our school active shooter training back in the day. He brought his team. Anytime you called and were like, "Hey, we want to do some active shooter training. Can you send a crew?" He sent a group of guys and girls, and they were aces. And they got hands-on. They went right in. They walked us through it from beginning to end, and we're the tits, 100%. Straight up guy. That's just one example of what you have on your team. That's what you bring to the table when people call you for services. It
never changed. So you're the detective, right, in Shrewsbury, and you need a Spanish-speaking detective to do an interview. Mike Campy, who are you calling? Just throw the last name at me, and I'll tell you if he works for us or not. Spanish-speaking detective to do an interview.
Juan Sardo
came and does my interviews if I have, so that didn't change. My network didn't change, and everyone's ability doesn't change. I will say guys lose their edge a little. You got to get them fresh. You got to you call a guy 2-3 years out and you're like, hey, you want to go do a statement for me? You're like, bro, I don't fucking think I can go do it. I mean, you could go, it's nothing's different. It's But yeah, Shags has been ace. Like, he's one of my right-hand guys.
Shags a rock star. Shags a hero. The troopers are aces always.
And their network, and I've never seen retired guys treat each other better than the New Jersey State Police.
Troopers.
I'll be honest with you. They work out in the barracks that they worked in. well into retirement. That's where they drive to. That's where they use the gym. And they take better. I mean, a lot of the big departments too, Middletown. But you need a gig, you need a job, you need a cake job. It's just, it goes on and on.
They
and
do.
On. They really are. And I didn't know that as a cop. I worked with a lot of them at the Shrewsbury Township.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's right.
They covered there.
So Shrewsbury Township is covered by state police,
Right,
which
right.
means it's a leaky bag of shit because it's not
45-minute response time. For it could be a fucking. They would, you'd be done, and then they'd be screeching in from wherever the fuck they were driving from. Great. I mean, man, that I didn't know how well they treated one another and while they're working as well.
Yeah.
Once you make that, what is it, 7-8 years, some ridiculous time for probation. 7-8 years. You cross that bridge, you're gonna get a fucking pension.
You're in good shape.
Unless you really do something.
You got to do something stupid.
And some of the shit they still get, I'm like, they take good care of themselves. They're different pension, everything's different.
Now, what are your favorite? So right now you do a lot. You don't only do security. You do security for small events, small scale events, especially houses of worship, things like that.
Sure.
But you'll also do larger scale events, special events, weddings, bar mitzvahs, things like that.
We've done anything from bars, throughout the entire summer to a Sweet 16, and from armed to unarmed, and the rates are the rates, then then I get a phone call, I get it, and then we use an online app. This is available, and then people select it. You know what I mean? And then you may work for me once a month, once every 6 months, once.
Sure.
But it's just you're part of it, and you see it, and it makes sense.
Sure.
And it's either a cop's kid, a cop's nephew, a cop, and what I'm finding now is I've had quite a few for 4 years now, turn into cops.
Yeah.
And that part's fun for me. It's like coaching baseball, man.
Right? It's a mentorship.
Yeah. And I'm losing them now, which is good because they're like, we can't really go back to our PI agency and talk to, you know what I mean? I'm like, no,
right.
Go do your cop thing. I'll see you at the fucking PBA event.
But that's a huge investment because you're paying it forward and you're helping to mentor a younger guy or girl into finding their path, getting into it, and you're investing in our future because that guy or girl is going to go on to serve in an agency somewhere in our neighborhood where they're going to have the advanced knowledge going into this, which is amazing.
I was truly raised by the guys that brought me up. They took, whether they were nice to me or not, they took the time to raise me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I started at 18. Imagine a fucking 18. Like I was a mess 18. I wasn't squared away at 18. I was a fucking falling asleep.
Yep.
Those guys, and they broke me like a horse. And when I raised a family and my kids are doing great, and man, that career was fucking great. I'm not one of those guys that, like I'm not a promotion guy. And you know what? I'll sit with a guy and listen to him talk about his promotion 10 years out. You've got a few of your friends, I'm sure
oh yeah.
They can't get past it. They're stuck. They're like, man, there's a big fucking world out there. And we're pretty respected as Jersey cops, to be honest. Around the country, we really are.
Eddie Gray did that. Eddie Gray was the guy who didn't care about promotions. He raised guys. He brought guys
100%.
up. He brought our guy up and made him what he is and mentored, nurtured. I feel like there's a lot to be said for that because by sharing your I want to use the word wisdom, but in my case, that's a rough one. But in your case, wisdom, sharing your experience, your knowledge, it's paying it forward. Right. It's sharing it with someone and making sure that it continues.
And it's a different kind of cop. It's a different kind of cop that doesn't need that brass. Eddie had the opportunity after 9/11 to be detective, and he turned it down.
Right.
And he just wasn't that guy. Like he knew that about himself. He knew what he liked. He was a cop's cop. He didn't need that shit. No. It's gonna make me emotional.
No, well,
I miss my Eddie.
Well, you brought that, you mentioned it, and it made me think about it. And since Eddie's sitting next to me, it made me appreciate it. But what I love is you led by example. You did the job. You just did the job. That was it.
I enjoyed it too. And I was good at it, but I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yes.
I would go home and think about it. I wasn't one of those guys that, like I'm off. I was always, and I get made fun of for it, but I was one of those annoying guys.
You weren't annoying. What was nice was you answered your fucking phone.
Well, 24/7.
On the county level, when we would get a call and we'd get an I-9 or whatever it was from DIFUS, and we'd have to call a local municipality, it was like, Is anyone gonna answer the fucking phone? Jimmy answered the phone every goddamn time. And I'm sure there were times where you saw the number was like, what the fuck is this gonna be?
Fuck do they want?
Yeah, but and first of all, if Campy's calling from sex crimes, something's wrong. Someone got ass blasted. This is not going right. This is not going to work out well. This is not a happy dinner time conversation.
めっちゃ熱そうやねんさん。ベロ出してる。赤ちゃん。
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, no. Oh, whoa. Back on. There we go. Tony, I don't understand. What does it mean? Such a. Oh wait. Hold on a second. I think this has to be high pitch. Hold on a second. Let me see what we got here.
Stand by.
Oh, go ahead. Let's give it a shot.
Oh my God.
There it is. How did I know it was high pitch? Now, actually, high pitch. Now low pitch.
Tell me that it's not Eddie Gray.
That is 100% Eddie Gray. Yes.
Eric, do you want to come on the boat with us when we go down to Florida?
Only if you pay for the trip. Hell yeah.
Well, no. Yeah, of course we're paying for the trip. But Eric, understand we are not wearing any clothes at all. Just so you know.
I'm not wearing those too. I lost weight. But Eddie Gray, what the fuck did you do to your hair?
What do you mean? What did he do to his hair?
He has a mohawk.
No, wait. No, wait. So you think that's Eddie Gray?
Wait, can I pause? I'm sorry. This
Well,
is
Jimmy-
High Pitch Eric from
Jimmy, yes, this is High Pitch Eric from the Howard
right.
Stern Show.
I
Yeah.
recognize
you.
his voice very much so, but I'm just confirming.
Well, and since he's had his surgeries, Jimmy, high pitch is now low pitch. Even Stern has debated this. Like we can't.
There's
So he
Eddie
knows.
Gray on camera right now.
That is not Eddie
Okay,
Gray. You
Wait, Eric, you know, Medicated Pete. He lives in Shrewsbury, Medicated Pete. That's where I was a cop.
Medicated Pete. His
Eddie
cousin
Gray.
works at my command.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So Medicated Pete graduated from RBR in 1994.
Yeah.
From Shrewsbury. Right, Eric? You're tracking me? You following, Eric?
Yes.
Okay. So right here, 6 degrees of separation. We have
Small world.
Medicated Pete, High Pitch Eric, Jimmy Ramsey, and me. So basically, we've just connected the entire peninsula of Monmouth County
Monmouth County to Manhattan and back.
to Manhattan and back. There you go. With Howard Stern. Holy smokes. What are the chances of that? So Eric, seriously, are you going to come on the boat trip with us?
When is the boat trip?
Well, we haven't planned that yet, Eric. You got to pay for it. We need a check for $1,500 for batteries.
600.
But
It wasn't that bad.
600.
No,
but we're gonna-
honestly, listen. I think we're all chipping in, and we're getting Eric there. That him
getting-
being there. Yeah, no, Eric, you're not gonna have to pay for anything. You being on the boat with your micro penis and just I think that in and of itself is gonna be.
Only if I share a room with Eddie Gray.
Oh, well. Again, you understand that that's not Eddie Gray. That's
Wait.
sitting in a.
Wait, Eric,
That
you're
is
talking about
Jimmy.
me?
Like, do you want to share a room with Jimmy?
I don't know Jimmy.
Well, you're looking at him. What do you think? Would you share a room with him? Yes or no?
I pitch Eric's hitting on me right now.
Yeah.
What's happening?
This is.
This
This
is
is
that
a-
guy's Mike.
you can't make this up.
About this.
Wow.
Eric,
Hold on, hold on.
right now, would you share a room with Jimmy? Yes or no?
Jimmy, take the headphones off. Let me see you.
All right, here we go, Eric.
No, you didn't take the headphones off. I'm
He
looking at
took
you
the
on camera
headphones
right
off.
now.
Yes, he did. What would you think?
Well,
Wow, he looks like a UFC or a
Oh.
wrestler.
Oh, I like that. Damn. All right. All right, you're picking me up, Eric. Here we
There-
go.
So you would share a room with him, yeah?
1,000%.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
There you go, Jimmy. Congratulations, you're getting laid by
Jimmy, that's a compliment. I'm not sure.
I mean,
either way.
is it-
right? It's a micro penis.
Is it
remember
a
correctly.
compliment? I don't even know.
I
It's a
do hope
comp-
he
I
hope he
am in
feeds
awe.
you first.
All right, all right. Does he live around here?
Yeah, no, yeah,
No,
yeah. He
In the
does.
city.
Oh, I think yeah.
But
No,
you're in
also,
competition with
Eddie Gray-
Dawn because he potentially may be dating Dawn at some point. Did
Whoa, whoa,
we
whoa,
ever
whoa,
figure
who
that
is?
out or no?
No,
Did
no,
we-
no. He was going to go on a date with Tanya.
Oh, never mind. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yes.
right.
So Tanya may be coming on the boat. This boat ride's getting really interesting.
I'm
I
pretty
see.
sure Tanya's thanking God that Eric wants to be with Jimmy. Tanya's, the reprieve that she was given.
Just make sure you feed him first, okay? Get a pizza. Get
Oh my goodness.
We're on the Gulf of America down there, right? This is
My ADHD is at stage 5 right now. Like I am.
Maybe 10. It might even be at 10 right now.
Eric, how are we gonna get you
Whoa.
cigars? Now I don't know how we're doing that this weekend now.
Mo, where's Eddie Gray?
What do you mean, where is Eddie Gray? Eddie Gray is retired, enjoying the high life and just not thinking about any of us right now.
But why do you have the picture of him up there if he's not there?
Because we all love him and we miss him and we adore him.
He's here in our hearts.
Well, let me ask you a question. Can Campy come to my house after and hang out with me?
Absolutely.
tonight.
Is there
For
any
a
reason why
sleepover?
we all don't carpool to Eric's house and
My
hang
birthday
out
is
at his house? I
Friday.
mean,
He wants a sleepover.
Eric, I'm questioning why you're not here right now. To be honest with you, I feel like you
'cause
completely
Mike
gypped us.
wouldn't pay for an Uber for me.
We have
Campy,
pizza.
You want to go out? Campy, you want to go for dinner tonight?
Oh boy. Can't be careful how you answer this.
I'm wearing a
We'll go for
mask.
steak dinner.
It's-
We'll go for a steak dinner. I'll feed you ice cream.
But understand that this is the same guy
That's an
that
offer.
met a Tinder date at a pizza place, realized it was a man, didn't care enough to leave, and his answer to, well, Eric, why once you got there and realized that you got catfished and it was a man, why didn't you leave? What was I supposed to do? Like, I don't know. Get up and leave?
Well, I left because when
You
she
didn't
said-
leave. You're full of shit. You told us you didn't
No.
leave. You had pizza and
No.
you made out with the dude.
When I got there, you said, "Hey, Eric, how are you? I'm so and so. You don't mind if I'm a transgender?"
Uh,
I said, "I have no choice. I can't leave you."
What do you mean you have no choice? Eric, you could have left. You had a choice, bro.
It would be rude if I left.
What?
Yeah, but it
I
was
can't
rude that they
yeah,
didn't,
just take it all in, bro. Take it all in. It would be
I
So
want Campy to come to my house and have a romantic dinner with him tonight.
a romantic dinner that makes it
Ooh.
even better. So Eric, the last time we hung out, I remembered putting Michael Rappaport's mayonnaise on your face, glazing you like a donut, and I felt kind of bad.
Listen to
about
me.
He even
If-
squirted some on his shirt too.
Can't be. If you're driving, we're all going to Eric's house tonight, and we're at whatever he's got in his house. We're cooking. Yes, just say it. Say you're going.
Eric, you got spam?
Campy,
'Cause I'm
at
not scared.
11:30 At 11:30, me and you will lay down in my bed and we'll watch Saturday Night Live together.
What? This guy's so fucking weird.
You paint a picture, kid.
Can't be. I mean, this
This has gone so many ways
Yeah.
today. Like this has been such an amazing day on so many levels.
And
Eric,
I'll feed you chocolate chip cookies.
I'm a
Can't-
fan of
can't-
Intamin's.
can't be.
I'm
Let's
not gonna
go.
lie.
can't be. Let's go, bro.
I'll drive.
I mean, honestly,
I mean,
what could really go wrong?
yeah.
What could really go wrong with all of us at High Pitch Eric's house having a fucking orgy? Like, this is gonna be great.
Only one question could make it bad. Does this smell like chloroform?
Yes. Yes.
And at some point, that gets really weird, and then you wake up with your ass the size of the Lincoln Tunnel. I've heard this. I've heard these stories. We did
Holland
these
Tunnel's
cases.
a better tunnel.
Yeah, well, and that's the one that
That's how
catches
they all
more two
started.
pieces in a biscuit. Yeah.
Well, me and Campy might spoon tonight.
Oh,
That's a mental picture I
Come
can't
on, bro.
gouge out of my mind's eye.
bro.
My bet is already.
I mean-
Campy, let's go.
Campy, take it for the team, bro. Just spoon with Eric. What the fuck are we talking about?
Jesus. I'm just questioning so many life choices I've made.
I mean, would really that be bad if you were butt naked spooning with high pitch, Eric? No, I mean,
Yeah.
Campy, if you don't, I'll move on to the next guy next to you.
oh shit, there it is. Well, Jimmy, sorry, Jimmy, you got to take it for the team.
Back to you, Jimmy.
Ed,
Yeah.
let's talk about Ed.
Are you talking about? Well, Eddie's right here.
Everyone,
Jimmy, what do you say?
Hi, pitch Eric. I did not expect to talk to you today. I'm not going to lie to you, kiddo.
Eric, I can't thank you enough for calling. This, you know what? You made our week. This is exciting. And really, we've had 2 calls during our show today, which is amazing. Eric, if you could call every time we're on, that would be phenomenal. And we'll come up with something fun.
Campy, how about this? How
Yeah.
about next time you do
how about you come to my house and bring some of the leftover pizza
Campy, how about next time?
and then spoon with
My
me
house.
while you slap me in the face with that pizza?
Campy, how about next time you pick me up when you do your show, and I'll do your show with you.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, so I drive to where are you, Canarsie?
Yeah.
All right, so I drive to Canarsie. Let me just think about this. I'm doing
Yeah,
MapQuest in
visualize
my
it.
mind.
Visualize it. Yep.
2 hours.
68 miles. Come back. Oh yeah, that sounds like a plan. All right, I'm gonna let you know when the next show is, and I'll come grab you, Eric.
Yeah, we'll have a cigar, we'll have a drink, and we'll hang out.
Delicious.
We'll have a cigar and we'll have some anal rape.
And I promise not to blow you when.
Well, Eric, we were having a family show until you said that.
It was going so
It
well.
really was. I promise not to blow you till we're on the Bell Park.
Eric, thank you for calling, my friend. I really appreciate you so very much. And thank you. And if you need any investigative services going forward, I hope you'll reach out to my good friend Jimmy Ramsey at NJPI.
There you
listen,
go.
If you need, listen, I have a security license.
Oh, here we
I will hire
go.
you tonight. I
Jimmy,
will hire you tonight and have a job for you.
Jimmy, you don't have a hair on your
I
balls.
swear I will
So,
hire you.
Jimmy, Eric, are you hearing? You got a job, Eric.
You are hired.
Just don't fuck this up.
Can you get the jersey? Actually, if you can get the boat over, I'll pick you up in the Highlands.
Gainfully employed. Gainfully employed. There's two
Eric.
Does he have any cars I can use?
I got a Paul Blart scooter. Will you ride that? You know what that
No.
is? No.
Eric,
Let me
do
look.
not.
It's like a segue. You're gonna love it, Eric.
Do not fuck this up. You got a guy that's willing to give you a job, offer your security license. Do not fuck this up, Eric.
All right, give Jimmy my number.
100%. We're gonna give Jimmy 100%.
We're gonna make this connection. This is like the dating game. I'm so happy with it. Yeah, I can't even put into words how exciting this is tonight.
All right, listen, Campy, next time you do your show, call me.
I'm getting you set up with the next one.
My man.
All right, you got it. Enjoy the
All right,
rest of the
Eric,
show.
you're a good man, kid.
Thanks for calling. That was funny. That was amazing.
That-
I had no.
I mean,
It took a minute for it to register. I'm like, is that somebody pretending to fucking be him? Or
that's
that's
high
that-
pitch,
that's
and we are absolutely giving you his number. And
I will call high pitched Eric and we'll set this up. And people need him as security.
Could you imagine him and Medicated Pete doing the gig together?
I think we
And
can
you-
imagine
you-
that.
you
Next
thought I
birthday
was-
party gig, we're
you
gonna
thought I
sell
was
both
kidding.
of them.
Legitimately, Medicated Pete's cousin
Yeah.
works with me.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
So Medicated
Yeah,
Pete.
go ahead.
All right. So
Good kid, by the way.
Great
and
kid.
Could sing really well. Purple Rain, like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
So he wrestled in high school. When I wrestled in high school, he was for RBR, I was RFH, and his family. He's got a relative who passed away on 9/11, who was tragically killed. His cousin, who we love to death and celebrate to this day. But Pete is still around, still kicking and screaming,
Yeah.
still making it
Grinding
rain.
it out.
And we see him at the Globe. We see him at Red Rock. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Good dude. Good dude.
Good,
All the
yeah.
way around. Oh my God. What a small world. That's so
fucking
funny.
hysterical.
Scary how
Why has it got to
worlds
be a
collide.
small world?
Well,
Well, it is Jersey, by the way.
vertically
you know,
challenged. I am vertically challenged. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, what else didn't we cover with your business? There's more to cover
Man,
there.
listen, we do
So
a lot of stuff. We do a lot of domestic violence stuff. I do a lot of pro bono stuff when I can for the right case. So, you know, if you need help, we'll get you help. That's kind of what NJPI has been about. And there's not been a cop that, you know, you retire and I'm not getting paid, I'm not going to help you. So that network, it's for a good thing. It's not just about making money. And to be honest, in our company, everybody eats, and that's why it's working. You know what I mean? It's just, and there's no bosses. It's we're all detectives, cops, security. And when you were a cop, you were good at something, and it's very much still needed.
finding your niche.
Don't for, you know, so advice to any of my guys working and retired, take a little bit and put your resume into LinkedIn, and you'll be fucking shocked what shows up. You don't have to do anything. Just take that resume that you built over the years for your interviews, right? And just load it in the LinkedIn the right way. All the classes, the right names, put them in the right locations. And you wait a couple of weeks and you're going to get a phone and an email and a phone call. And because you're valuable, and that information that you engulfed and learned is valuable and needed. And you just got to put yourself out there. That's what I got.
And you like LinkedIn. You're
oh man. So LinkedIn's an annoying sales pitch, right? But yeah, I've done a lot of sales over the since I've retired. You know, you're in Dallas, you're not exchanging phone numbers to call one another. You exchange LinkedIn.
That's a good point.
And you're able to see, hey, Jimmy's the cop's cop. You know, just by looking at me. You know what I mean? Or you know, just by looking at and you worked at this police department and these were your jobs. You know who that person is. We all know that. You know, so that's kind of where that true transparency. Just load it up. You know, load your true resume up, your classes, your interests. And LinkedIn's not paying me for this, but I've done very good by the point of my entire company's been built by my network, which kind of started with that.
See, that's amazing. One of the things I love is when you on your website specifically, people are asking like, I'm looking to hire a nanny. I'm looking to hire someone who I know nothing about. I have a resume. I have a piece of paper in front of me and that's it. You're doing an in-depth search of who this person is. You're not just looking at their Facebook page, their Instagram page.
Right.
You're going several steps further than that.
We have access as a PI license. So like the state police licenses me, they come in once a year and inspect me, just like the CGS unit will inspect your PD, that kind of stuff. Same idea, with the same sort of rules. But I have access to DMV files. I can run license plates from my cell phone, just the same network. And actually the search engines are better than when I was a cop.
Better than when you were on the job, right?
Way better. Way much more information, much more useful information. And it's like, you know, instantly, you know, and in order to get access to these, you have to show your license. They actually do virtual inspections.
Prove who you are.
Yeah, it's not like a hacker thing, but they're true databases that exist that we have access to provide that product and my network and my history and my in order to be a PI, you have to be a cop for at least 5 years, right? So just that alone, you know, let you access that database.
Just that alone.
Valuable. And you know, you advertise it, hey, we're Shrewsbury and Red Bank and Little Silver, and people from those areas, they respect that.
People on the peninsula love that. They like the intimate.
Our rivers, you know, the way we deal with it, and they trust it. And it's all very reasonable. It's all you know, just like any other business. Like it's a product and it's a 25% markup. That's how it works, you know. So and at volume, it's working. And everybody eats, you know.
If people want to get in touch with you, they're going on NJPI.agency. NJPI. Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh, that's
easy,
in there.
You know, anything hashtag NJPI. So the domestic violence camera, that's called Overwatch. So it's a facial recognition product that I got into contact with. A part of mine, Jacob Sniff, he went to Princeton. And it's interesting of his, but Basically, you take any doorbell camera in the world, we just throw facial recognition on it.
Hmm.
And if the target walks up, it sets off an alarm, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
a series of events. Like a text message and alerts and warnings. It's a product that I've been working on, project and product that I've been working on. But with 180, remember those guys? I've still
Yes.
doing a lot of work with them. They're still doing great work. And security. It's investigation, security, and we do a lot of we try to help, try to give back. At least 20% of everything goes back in one way or another.
Now-
Time or money.
Do you feel as though, I don't want to say you're working more, but like, do you feel you're busier now in retirement than you were on the
It's
job?
stressful, and at certain months I have 60, 70 employees, and it's stressful. It's and a lot of my employees are, like I said, that's like Christmas money. What a lot of my employees, they depend on it to clothe their children.
Sure.
What I mean? So it's a stressful. That has been the hardest part. The stress of running a company.
Are you experiencing problems finding employees, or are you happy with where you're at?
Very lucky there. And every time the right opportunity opened, I've been able to, within the first 3-4 people, find the right person for the gig from my Rolodex.
Well, your network with the guys and girls you've worked with throughout the county, you have a connection with someone for everything.
Exactly. And being the detective for 10 years, that happens, and from the FBI to, Secret Service to Homeland Security to California.
Yeah.
I've worked with someone that I can be like, hey man, and I saved that, and I was taught to save that by the Vietnam guys. They taught me to save that. So, and they taught me to save it in a Rolodex. I embrace technology, and it's important. It's important. You're not alone. We are a member of the biggest gang in the goddamn world. Don't forget that.
100%.
Amen.
100%.
I mean, and you go to any country and I'm in Italy and I see a cop, you talk to one another with your eyes, and when I say I'm like, I'm a cop, hey, and I've helped cops in other countries that were getting their asses, I've been in that Atlantic City boardwalk fights and
except when you came up the stairs and Dan yelled at you. And shame on Dan. I mean, he should really be ashamed of himself. I want to apologize on behalf of Dan. He didn't know any better. I'm sorry.
Man, the kid part, Mike, I think we need to do our part to put the right people in it.
Yes.
I think that if you find somebody in your life that and listen, it's not hard to get the job now. That's a silly thing. We had 50 people in Shrewsbury, wherever big departments, thousands, they're going up against 2, 3, and it's 4 towns fighting for 2 or 3. It's not the same. And it's silly to me. It's good money. It's not that bad. It's, and even if you had a bad day and you got videotaped, I think that's what they're being taught how to deal with in the academy. I'm sure they go through a week of getting videotaped and shamed now to, just,
surviving the camera, that could be a class.
Yeah,
that could
be.
And maybe it is. And maybe they're working on it.
Yeah. Like
surviving social media. Well, that's the other thing. The shit, like now I'm retired, so I don't care. But like the things that you post could come back and bite you in the ass. The things that you say.
That shit, you know what I mean? Remember, and if you don't think you're a public official, you're a fucking idiot. You are a public figure, not official, a figure. Let's just put it that way. And rightfully so, and should be held accountable for it.
Yeah.
Because you should be, we all want to be respected a certain way. It comes with a cost,
Yes.
You should be, and we all fall fucking victim of that occasionally, myself included. But
Sure.
it is what it is. You gotta remember that. And it goes through retirement.
It does. It does. It transcends.
Yeah.
It transcends. What would you say, if you think about it, what was your most traumatic case? If you think about it, if there's a specific case that either, not, I wouldn't say bothers you, but like that you think about, like, for example, when I'm driving around, I'll drive past an intersection and I'll remember where I had one specific homicide in Eatontown where the guy was shot 26 times, Palmer.
Yeah.
And I think of that Country Club Apartments.
We warned that kid like 4 hours before that.
You knew that was. We knew that was coming.
Teresa walked in, told him, "You're gonna die tonight," and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And fucking 4 hours. So but that would that have messed me up? No. What always messed me up, and there's a bunch of them, is the family.
Yes.
Never the scene, never the whoever it was. Spencer was real good at explaining that to me. It was like a soul thing. I'm not real religious, but he explained it the right way, and he was like, "The soul has left it. That's a picture." You know what I mean? Like, you got to get past the picture. He had to take mom torched 2 kids in a car, and he had to. He was one of the. Nobody would take the fucking kids out.
Yeah.
Freddie walked up and did it, and man, he was able to. He's like, it's nothing. The soul's left. There's nothing left here. This is just cleanup time. You know what I mean? And that helped me a lot when I was a cop, to be honest. And I think I've said it out loud to myself. Like, there's nothing here. You know what I mean? There's just.
You have to talk your way through it.
Yeah, it's just you. You're gonna have to deal with it. You know, like you're not gonna. You freak out right now. There's nobody to call. It's
no
you.
one else is correct. The
You
child cases were the worst. The child cases, the child suicides, the teen suicides. Those were the most upsetting because
without excuses.
You could.
Especially when your kids were around that.
That was hard. That was very hard relating your kids to what you were going through. What was
the family? So like so PTSD. I would wake up early in my career to one of my first death cases where the sister was running upstairs and all I could do was slam the door in her face. Well, I woke up to that slamming door, for years, and well, this is what they warned me about. I mean, they did a good job, Mike. I mean, Stephanie Samuels, she was great. She warned, like, these are the signs, these are things, and if this, and again, I was always, and I believe in it, and I've seen it with my own fucking eyes multiple times. It's a real thing, and you never know what's going to do it, and it is what it. Respect it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And I want to say this out loud. There's more than enough fucking help out there. There is more than. If you Google right now, that you can pick up 14 phone calls, phone number, and you call them, and they'll fucking talk to you, and you'll feel better. And tomorrow you'll feel better. And depression's a real thing. And just because I'm not saying that I experienced it and didn't have.
Sure.
I do respect it. So.
Are there certain things that will trigger you and bring you back? Like, for example, I'll hear a song at a certain time and it brings me back to a time in my life where I answered a stupid call for service, or I'll smell something that will bring me back to a specific crime scene. Are there any things that bring you back to then?
I liked the crime scenes, I guess. And I wasn't like a sicko, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, but like a funny story, you know what I mean? Like, especially the guys, like when, I'm not going to play the whole case out, but like towards the end of my career, fucked up case, dead baby. We'll leave it at that. Well, guys are all starting to show up, right? And the young prosecutor, major crimes kid, who was very fucking young, and I'm shocked that he handled it so well, goes, I come walking up and he's standing next to one of the other guys, and the guy's like talking shit or saying something. Whatever he said was stupid, and you wouldn't have said in front of a family member. And fucking kid goes, could I introduce you to the victim's father? And he introduces me as the victim's father because the guy said something. And it was like that asshole pucker moment. And I couldn't even keep a fucking straight face. I'm like, this motherfucker. But it broke the ice. They were supposed to do, you know what I mean? Like, And you have to have that. And you can't judge that ever when it's videotaped. And that's real hard to teach someone, when someone sees a cop act a certain way after, like, you cannot fucking judge a statement, a comment, a face. You can't, because you've never done it. You're not going to go have to eat dinner tonight and answer another call in 15 fucking minutes.
Correct.
And you can't teach that, but that I respect the fucking shit out of, and the job, you do it, you're not doing it for the money. It's good money. But
it's good money.
And it's there's no one in the world that's not going to bang down your door to give you a pension. I mean, a mortgage and a car payment, and that's the first thing you get, and then you're chasing the overtime to make it up, and you can coach your kids, play baseball and in the sports.
It takes one call for the money to not be worth it.
Correct.
And you guys really, man, I respect it. And again, that I was blessed in Shrewsbury. I was really, bad shit happened, it did, but we were not, where that, it wasn't that bad. We property crime town, like.
But the problem is the devil shows up at your door when you least expect it.
It's coming, and it's good, and you have to be ready to deal with it.
Yes.
You have to be the expert.
But that's it, and you're ready for it. And that's one of the thing about being and I hate to say, a small town cop. You can go 364 days a year with nothing traumatic, and then all of a sudden you get a murder suicide. You get a baby death.
And that was COVID. That was the end of COVID. It was like, we wanted to start suicide hotlines. It were every fucking 3 days.
It really was.
It was not.
It really was.
Yeah.
It really was. Did you like any specific cop shows when you were a kid?
Blue, NYPD Blue was my favorite. Sipowicz was my favorite. The old man was Hill Street Blues. He fucking loved Hill Street.
Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street was fucking great.
Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, when it was I'd be in bed listening to the fucking the play but yeah, but
You could hear.
yeah.
I love when I was allowed to stay up late and watch that with my dad. It was my favorite. Rinko. Remember Rinko?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What was the
Belker?
ball guy? He was another
Belker?
one. Fucking
The Spanish guy
no,
who
he
was
lived
the
in Jersey. Ball guy, bald, fucking shaved head. Telly Savalas. What show was his?
Oh, Kojak.
Yes.
Kojak.
Yeah.
Kojak.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What was the one you were saying?
Well, Hill Street Blues, I absolutely loved. I loved every minute of it.
Written.
And periodically, I love to watch the opening on YouTube. You can find the opening of Hill Street Blues where they play the song.
Very childlike. That would bring
yes.
up me like you wake up, the dad came home from 3 to 11.
Yes.
Put Hill
Yeah.
Street on.
Right. And you remember that.
Yeah.
I watched Miami Vice with my dad.
I love that.
Oh my God.
I wear a shoulder holster now because
Well,
I still
with the 45, with the stainless 45. Oh my God.
I always wanted
Crockett and Tubbs. Man. Starsky and Hutch, the car. I mean, the Gran Torino was the best. That made it the best.
Are there any cop shows that make kids want to be cops now?
Because that's what's funny. I remember 240 and Roberts and Chips. Loved Chips. Chips was phenomenal.
Corny
was
but
just
cool.
Fun. Corny,
Handsome
totally.
Motherfuckers, but it was like Baywatchy.
Yes, that's a perfect description.
California,
Baywatchy. But it was so cool. Now, I don't know if there's anything. There's a show called FBI, which I've never watched, and I
TV ever.
I
don't put it
maybe
on.
that maybe I'm getting old.
You could have it unplugged from the wall. I would never think to turn it on.
I know.
That happened with retirement. That happened with a lot of stuff. But I was feeling a certain way, and I
Getting
unplugged
old?
it.
Try again, bro.
Yeah.
Well, old. I am old.
All right.
But I feel like back in the day, there was always a cop show on some channel. You had
Yes.
240 and Roberts. You
Still
had
is.
Chips. You had,
For
Miami
a
Vice.
profession that everybody hates, there's a lot of money made off of shows and movies and all that. About
LinkedIn, I've had a guy reach out to me and write a sizzle reel about our company based on investigations and shit like just on a just it's the most interesting thing, and you don't realize it when you're doing it. You really don't. You don't. And there's those that another 48, like because we're in Jersey, we don't get experience. Like I've worked now in retire. I've worked with a shit ton of guys that have been on that. They reached the whole country except for Jersey, New York. Around our because we protect our cases and our investigation. They put that shit up.
A good point.
Yeah, do we? We protect the fucking accused in Jersey. With that shit. Yeah, that's all you're doing. Yeah.
Do you feel there were? Is there anything you would have done differently throughout your career? Put it that way. Is there anything you would have done? Yeah.
So I've returned to retirement, and the night I retired, I smoked a joint, right? And it wasn't legal just yet, but it was legal. Like we weren't allowed to arrest for it anymore when I retired.
Correct.
But it wasn't legal yet. They were just like, guys, it's coming.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about the amount of jail time people did. Jail time
for
not so much that I purposely that I put people in. But it was the law and it was whatever. But now that I smoke so much of it and I don't smoke it, so I have ADHD and it's very, very, very powerful for my company. Mike, you have no idea, brother. Like it's hard to run it's hard to start a company, and it's really and I didn't go to school for this shit. You know what I mean? I had to teach and it's been like a superpower for me. And I'm not like, hey, go smoke pot. But for me personally, I wish I didn't drink and smoke pot. I never would have been I'd be a fucking bazillionaire. You know what I mean? I would. I'm not kidding. Like it was, it opened up a part of my brain and let me think. And now I feel bad. And I don't feel bad for the job because that's what I was taught to do. And that was the law, right? And what do we say in the beginning of this? Tell us what the fucking law is and we'll go fucking do it.
We'll enforce it.
It's not, I didn't enforce it because it was personal. I didn't enforce it because I wanted to do it. It made me feel better. That was and I didn't get fucked with because I made an arrest. You know what I mean? You had to do your job. It was part of your job. It was, and I was good at that part. But
and I love that. It was never personal. We showed up to do what we had to do, what we were told to do, what we were required to do.
And they taught us to do it. And it changed through 25 years. Every fucking 5 years, it was a different job. It was a different job. And the laws were different. And case law differed. And searching cars differed. And the way you got to Z differed, you know.
Yeah.
But we always figured out a way to get the Z.
We found a way around it.
You got the Z. You got the bad guy off the street. Oh, you know, and I'm sure the kids are figuring that out. I'm sure they are. You know, it's nobody robbed me last night. You know, like so.
Right.
The job's getting done. You know, like.
That's one of the things I love. I love that we, as a profession, have figured it out. We've figured it out through the years. We've improvised. We've made it through. It hasn't been easy. It's been a pain in the dick.
Do you think today, it was always, if I did it because I thought it was the right thing to do at the time, or it was the right thing to do no matter what the law was, do you think today that still stands? I don't think that stands. Like the old man Lucia told me that. Like the fucking chief of the D's thought, go do the right thing and do it, and we'll got you. You know what I mean? No matter what the fuck it is, if you can articulate right, we'll get you there. You know, and that, and I did BLM, and I felt protected during that time. To be honest with the Monmouth County, I went through that riot, and I was neck and neck, and it was a riot. I was arm in arm with the guy that got taken out by one of the fucking boulders that came down, split his fucking.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was fucked up, but I was interviewed through IA the day after because I had a fucking suit on like a jerk off, so everybody could pick me out of the crowd, and they took care of me. I didn't do anything wrong, but I never. So that's when I went out, like literally a month after that.
Yeah,
you know,
you were ready.
So it was the end of COVID and that and all that. You know, so. But now I don't think, you know, I've heard a lot of guys going out for things that I just can't believe it anymore.
Those BLM riots were wild.
Oh, bro, that was
amazing.
We were listening to shit on Citywide, and again, every jurisdiction has something that they're really, really good at. NYPD moves bodies. That's their thing.
You're right.
Look at Times Square alone. Like they know how to move bodies. So when you're listening to them and they've lost control, that's unsettling. And probably about the same night that he's talking about, I don't know when Corbett was hit with the brick, but the night they tried to burn down the Barclays Center and then moved into one of the local precincts, I'll never forget. And again, it's not 9/11 level, but to hear an XO of a precinct say, Central, this might be the last radio transmission I make. Can I please get some bodies? What is he seeing that's what comes out of his mouth? And to hear that was like, whoa. Well, like if these guys are in that position.
Tasers, literally handheld tasers, they were cracking in them within a foot of me, and there wasn't a fucking thing you could do. I mean, if you decided, there was nothing you could do about it other than stand there like a jerk and get spit on. You know, it was, and I don't think that's today's America. I'm going to be honest, and from the media anyway.
No, you're right.
So
you're right.
I think it's, and I remember thinking when I was standing there, like, this ain't always going to be, you know, like, but we're walking down the street and they're going Black Lives Matter, and I'm looking at the guy screaming, I fucking agree with you. I don't. You have no disagreement with me. I don't know what you're yelling, and that worked pretty well.
Yeah.
And I said it 1,000 times, but it worked every time. I agree with you. Okay.
Well, the absurdity of it, you saw it in 2016, where the Dallas cops, you had 5 Dallas area police officers that were shot,
ambushed, eating lunch
while protecting a march against them. That's where I have a morning band on my shield, and I've never taken it off since then, because that was in my mind where we reached the level of absurdity that you had. These cops were assassinated protecting a march against them,
right?
And nobody batted an eye. That's how insane this society has gotten. You had again, getting back to the George Floyd riots, you had guys marching around the streets. Literally, you can still find the YouTube video now for anybody that doubts me. Marching around the streets of New York City, chanting for dead cops now, while being protected by cops.
ACAB.
It's insane.
All cops are bad.
Yeah, all cops are bad. Dude, it's insane. Like they're marching around the streets, calling for dead cops now, while being protected by cops. We've reached that level of absurdity. Like,
I mean, we reached it a while ago, right? So do I feel what I'm seeing? I mean, I know, listen, Trump has cops' backs. You know what I mean? Now, Jersey might not be, and you know, your APs and your, you know, the AP chosen for your case, you know, that's all done for a reason. And we're no silly. Everybody realizes that. You know, but there was a time where that existed. This kid set out to do the right thing. You know what I mean? He's a kid. And now that we're making them real kids, we're going to have this problem again. And we're going to have to find our way back to that. And, you know, it's going to get even more ugly. You know, like, listen, they're good people doing the right thing for the right reason. And you got to remember they're just people. Especially.
So through your career, you did a lot of community policing. In addition to investigations, you were huge in community policing. And Shrewsbury's always been great with that, which is amazing.
The small towns where we don't exist if you don't show up to Halloween.
Right. Yes.
It's too much. These people are paying a lot of fucking money for their taxes as well. So when I retired, did I feel like I protected, you know, the people that while they slept, they never knew what I did. Yes. And I did it as quietly as possible to protect their taxes. That was kind of Shrewsbury's
the silent professional.
You don't want to be in the newspaper for your case. You wanted to keep it quiet.
So how do you want to be remembered for your career as a cop?
Man,
how do you want
now? And I didn't, and I never wanted to be anybody's boss. My phone rang all the time when there was a problem, and that was me.
Problem solver.
And I never made fun of you for your question, and that was and bosses, to the end. And I don't want to be remembered. Like, I want to just do the same thing to the end, Mike. Like so, and I said this, I did like a Dateline thing, and I was talking
talk about that a little bit. I'm sorry. I meant to ask.
So that case is fucked up. And anybody it's a South Jersey case. Man, the state police are doing a great job. The victim of the case's name is Danielle Lopez. She's an Eatontown girl. Her mom was in Eatontown, grew up in Eatontown kind of thing. And then they're in Pennsylvania. She fell on hard times, but man, typical domestic violence situation.
Yes.
A very long, drawn out, but not, verbal. We're talking egregious, very violent or domestic violence situations.
Yes.
And this poor girl goes missing. In South Jersey, man, we're a year and a half now in the Pine Barrens, camping with a boyfriend.
Yes.
So it doesn't take a rocket science to figure this out, but it's just a matter of putting the right case together. And we all know the Jersey Pine Barrens. So, but she's been on Nancy Gray's, Dateline, all kinds of stuff, and the agency's picked it up, and we've worked it backwards, and they're close enough to present. I think personally, I just think it needs a little media attention. And that's kind of my help. I'm trying to help mom out a little bit. And you know how it works. Media just gives a fuck when it's the right person, you know.
It's got it right.
It's got to be the right person.
It's got to resonate.
You know,
but you said state police have been
police, and they really have done a great job. They have the greatest resources in the world. You know, it's just, and I know you got one shot at it. You present it, it goes fucking south. And, it's tough to tell to a mom, but like, do they have enough to go to trial on this? But I put together a case. I worked it from, start to finish again. It's all on our website, Danielle Lopez, NJPI.
People can find that by looking at it.
Yeah. So it's right on our website under the news and media. But if you were just a Danielle Lopez, NJPI, or just, I do a lot of CEO marketing and shit like that. So social media and stuff like that. So it's, but her mom, man, God bless her. She's been through it.
As a parent, it's.
This poor woman has two other sons that have passed. One was a military veteran through PTSD, through suicide. Another one's another. It's just, if you could think of something that went wrong in this poor woman's life, it went wrong in it. And the daughter, who was doing really good, after losing one of her brothers, fell on hard times. And this boyfriend is something else. So. I'm not even afraid of getting sued. That's how bad it's common sense.
You get it.
You get it. But yeah, having the agency lets me do that, and working with the best cops in the world, like I always have, has let me do that. The reach is down. I've worked cases all the way out to California, which have been amazing. And you walk into a California precinct, and you tell them who you are, and we take care of each other.
And they get it done.
We figure it out. I'm respectful about it. You don't walk in there, and hey man, I'm a cop and you're a cop and I got a job to do.
We got a job to do.
And
We're getting it done.
And I've been able to do a lot of good with that. So.
And you got a lot more to do. This is just the beginning,
nowhere
brother.
near done. Nowhere done. And everybody in my network knows, we're all cheering for each other. Everybody's fucking good. It's been fun, Mikey. I can't say anything else. It's been a lot of fun.
I love it. I love it. Jimmy, I can't thank you enough for coming in today. Jill, thank you for rocking. Mackenzie, thank you for running around here.
Girl, she pee on the floor yet?
No, she's doing great. She's kicking ass.
Amazing.
She's kicking ass.
Well, Campy may have.
I pee on the floor once or twice a day, but that's good. And it makes Mackenzie feel better about herself. So that's a good thing. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to plug right now? Your business? Anything at all?
So NJPI, any attorneys looking for help at so we could serve a subpoena, we could take a statement, anything you need. And that's kind of where the attorney's problems are. Every problem's different. So just give me a call and we have the right person to solve the problem. If it's usually me or one of, someone very close, but that's the company. It's a lot of training goes to waste when we retire. So
one of the great things working with Jimmy and all the guys and girls in Monmouth County, you get a great connection with all your local attorneys, your defense attorneys, Mitch Ansell, Pete O'Mara,
Mitch is great.
All these guys.
He's great.
And they do such a great job. Bob Honecker, like these guys and girls work so well with our detectives, with our cops, with our municipal guys.
And they all start in the prosecutor's office.
Yes.
Right? And you learn both sides of it. You realize it's not fucking real.
Yes.
What they argue it both. It's not personal. It's fucking the law. That's, those guys are good at that.
One huge disadvantage young cops have nowadays is back in the day, we testified in municipal court a lot.
Yeah.
Whether it was DWI, speeding tickets, whatever it was. We got a chance to cut our teeth on the stand before we got on the stand for a 6-hour testimony in a homicide. Yes. And you got a chance to learn from like the Matt Reisigs and some of these other guys who.
But learn, you got your dick knocked in the dirt.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you didn't learn. You were crying when you left. You were embarrassed and you never. Yeah, that's learning.
Like Mike Tyson says, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the fucking face. You get punched in the fucking face on the witness stand and you got a chance to learn.
That's never happened.
You'll get better.
You'll get better.
Yep.
You learn. No, I appreciate that so much. And I miss so much of, I hate calling us old cops because that's what we are, but we're, and I hope
the job definitely passed me by.
So you're old and I'm still working.
But you're handsome. There's a difference. There's a big difference.
I'm not handsome.
Working and handsome and being old and bugly is a little different. No, but we had fun. We cut our teeth. We learned, and we learned from our mistakes, which makes us, I think, makes us better because we learned from, again, getting punched in the face a couple times. But now we're on the other side. We're winning, and I think I'm winning Mega Millions this week. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
I'm gonna fucking call you on that,
Jimmy. I told you.
I feel like
you keep saying that, bro. Like
Mo. Mega Millions is 900 million. No one won it yet. Buy your tickets if you didn't already. I bought one on my way into town at this ghetto ass place up there on 22, which I'm excited about. And Powerball tonight.
Feel lucky with the ghetto ass place on 22.
100%. See, when I was in crime scene, I had an excuse to go to like Alpha Liquors and Neptune and stuff like that, and buy the tickets in the shitty places.
I forgot about Major. Yeah, I forgot about every fucking case I had. Campy would pull up like, Camp, what the fuck?
And I always had lottery tickets. I haven't won a thing in 30 years, but I'm working.
I always felt better when you got
happen.
there too.
It's gonna happen.
Your time is coming. Your time is coming.
We're turning a corner. All right, we've been on for hours now. I could go till 9 o'clock, but
it was a blast.
Plugs go around the table. Jimmy.
High pitch Eric and your little dick. I really appreciate it.
Jimmy, be careful. You think I'm kidding, bro? I'm giving him your number, and he will be
calling me. But don't,
Jimmy, can you
Eric,
believe
I want a 5-star review on NJPI.
5 pizzas and Uber me to your house so I can have a 3-way. You'll see.
Every cop my age cut their teeth on Stern while they were dispatched.
Oh my God,
100%. 100%.
That was what we listened to.
Stern back when he was Stern.
Politics, everything came from that fuck. Everything.
Yes.
He was
when he was still a normal fucking XYY male, and I don't know what happened to him, but
he fell in love.
Yeah, no, Stern was back in the day. He was the best, and Eric was a part of that. And for any of those who don't understand why we associate with Eric or the affection for him. High Pitch Eric is very pro law enforcement.
Yes.
He loves law enforcement. He's gone to events, and I even use the one specifically. We had I attended a memorial tournament for Anthony Bavaro, and it was 180 degrees. I mean, it was ridiculously hot. And of our charity members, you could probably count them on two hands, the amount of people that were there. High Pitch Eric was there. And Eric is very, very pro law enforcement, and yeah, he's a lunatic.
That's good.
In a good way. In a good way. And
I don't even know if it's in a good way. I mean, honestly, if Eric were going to talk about you like you're not here, I mean, honestly, I think Stern created that damaged goods. Because if you watch way back,
He does good stuff.
yeah, to his first appearance, even Gary was apologizing to Howard. He's like, well, no. When we were talking to him on the street, like, no, he was crazier than this, because Howard really didn't see, the crazy in him. And I think Howard created that and fed off that. And then listen, Eric, again, we're talking about you like you're not here. Eric's need to belong, he fed into that, and now he's him.
Listen, the world knows his voice.
Yeah.
Like the world.
You knew
Jimmy in Jersey. I knew. I was like, is this fucking serious right now?
It's
amazing.
He's he's one of one. And for those, Burke's known him for over 20 years. He's one of one. And again, like I said, for the people that don't know why, then they'll never know. I mean, Eric, he's that guy. He's that guy.
So we'll plan an upcoming show where we have Eric. I'll grab Medicated Pete. I'll bring him in. We'll get you in. We'll have
Jimmy. You're dating them both, and then that's it. You're gonna get in a hot tub with them.
There'll be spooning.
You'll be spooning
no
later.
trunks. Yeah.
There'll be spooning since it's dark. We don't see the guys.
We don't see the crackhead out here.
No, but the crackhead will see you when you're spooning him.
That's it. No, you're just. Jimmy, you got to take it for the team. Just get in the hot tub.
Doesn't sound like it's gonna hurt too bad.
No,
honestly,
it won't hurt at all. Don't worry about it. You'll never even know what happened.
Sorry.
All right. We also have fishresponders.com. Fishresponders.com. That's Rich Doherty with an amazing 23-foot pontoon boat and some other stuff to help get our guys and girls with PTSD out on the water to check things out. ADA compliant and friendly to get you out there and check out the water and have some water therapy, which is super fun. Also, we have the Team Monmouth County fundraiser coming up for those of us riding in the police unity tour this year. Very exciting. We got tickets for that, cash 50/50 tickets, as well as entry tickets, which is going to be a super fun time. We got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. It's going to be a great couple of months. This is going to be, we're finishing 2025 strong, and 2026 is going to be a delicious year. I feel good about it. We have Eddie Gray here next to us, which is very exciting. Eddie, thanks for sitting in with us today, having a sip. And that's what prompted Eric calling in. Eric really thought that
really
Eddie
did. He's like, oh, I thought Eddie Gray was sitting there. So hold on.
What did Eddie do really
here. Eddie Gray, not Eddie Gray. Eddie Gray, not Eddie Gray. So yeah, my plug. All right, great.
Yeah, please get it.
So ICE, the 24/7 tip line, 866-DHS-2 ICE. 866-DHS-2-ICE, 866-347-2423. If you see something, say something. You can start at 30 North Main, the top 2 floors. I'm 99% sure that you may or may not find somebody up there. For anybody wondering, what were we debating at the beginning of this show? Go ahead, Campy. I'll leave it with you.
So
I don't feel like getting divorced tonight. All right. So then, all right. Well, then you don't have to. I will spare you. I will spare you the embarrassment of. Okay. Great. So when do you want again, Campy?
Oh shit. Do we have our December dates yet? I don't know that we have those yet.
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, but I may
do.
be back next week with Tony Cack. Possibly on the 15th next week. I might be.
Yeah, that's the Marine show. Yes.
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 I'm 99% certain I'm able to make that. I just got to double check with the bride.
Excellent.
But I think,
if the mobile cigar lounge was going to come around, would there be any cigars by chance that they would plug?
you